Good afternoon, everybody. Good afternoon. Welcome back. Welcome back to the live stream. Appreciate y'all joining the channel. Appreciate y'all. What's up, everybody? Give it a few minutes to let a few people come in the chat. Let me see who we got in here. What's up, Ryan? Shout out to you. What's up, Adam? What's up, Jantel? What's up, Optimus? What's up, Daryl? Shout out to you. Appreciate y'all joining. How is everybody doing on this Sunday evening, Sunday afternoon? Hopefully everybody's doing all right, doing well. Everything's all good. Checking in with y'all, checking in. Make sure you staying healthy. Hopefully you did some healthy things, some healthy activities this weekend. You know what I'm saying? Because, hey, some of y'all are going to get rich. Some of y'all going to be very wealthy. Some of y'all going to be millionaires. So we got to get them healthy habits going. Because you got to be here. You got to be able to be here to see the wealth. You know what I'm saying? So hopefully everybody is doing well. What's up, Hi-Fi? Shout out to you, man. Shout out to you. Gentel, you said, I'm having trouble with my phone. It's not letting me do super chats. Can't download the app either. Is there any other way I can send you something? Gentel, sign up to the Patreon. If you can't send me a super chat, you might as well get into Patreon if you want to send me something. I mean, it's going to benefit you at the end of the day because there's a lot of educational, a lot of informative things going on in the Patreon. So make sure you sign up to the Patreon if your super chats ain't working. I got 16 people in the live stream, man. Appreciate everybody joining. Let me get a quick roll call. Where are you from? Please shout out where you're from, your city, your state, your country, your region. Whatever y'all want to shout out, go ahead and shout it out. Let's do a quick roll call. Let me get a quick roll call. Ryan, shout out to East Coast Canada in the building. Shout out to the East Coast Canada. I didn't realize Canada did the whole East Coast, West Coast thing. I wasn't familiar with that. That's new to me, but shout out to the East Coast Canada. Shout out to Brooklyn, BK, okay, Brooklyn in the building, 718 in the building. Shout out to Southern California in the building. Shout out to Cali. Shout out to Philly. Shout out to Nola. What's up, Brittany? By the way, Dallas, what's up? What's up? What's up, Big Beat Down? Hey, mate. Hope you good, Australia. Shout out to Australia in the building. Shout out to LA in the building. Shout out to Chirac in the building. Chi-Town. What's up, Lenny? Appreciate you joining. Give it a few more minutes. Today is Sunday, July the 20th. It's the new week in the markets. What time is it? Here in a few minutes, the new weekly candle will form in the crypto markets and in the traditional markets. The markets are open, so we got XRP pretty much doing its thing. We're gonna get into it here in a minute. Let me come over to the charts right quick. Let's look at a few cryptocurrencies. 1 second. All right. Ryan, you said I've been watching the videos in the Discord, still learning how to use it as well. What are you talking about, Ryan? Shout out to Southern California in the building. Shout out to Cali. Shout out to you, Mom Dharma. Haven't seen you in a while. All right, we got XRP currently trading at $3.45. We got XLM trading at 46 cents. We got XDC trading at 10 cents. XDC looking real good. Hopefully y'all took advantage, but it's on its way. Hbar, 27 cents. We got Bitcoin trading at $117,000. Okay, we got Ethereum trading at 3,700. We got ALGO trading at 29 cents. We got DAG trading at 4 pennies. Let me see what else we got. We got IOTA trading at 24 cents. We got ZBEC trading at under a penny. I'm about to remove ZBEC off of this chart. Any of y'all still holding ZBEC? Let me know. I'm about to get that up off of here. It ain't looking too good. Sologenic, 47 cents. Sologenic looking real good. If you don't know, that's a layer 2 on the XRP ledger. Solana trading at 181. Flare Network trading at 2 pennies. Cardano trading at 85 cents. And Chainlink trading at $19. If you got any special requests, any market that you want me to cover, y'all send a super chat and I'll cover it. Okay, any market y'all want me to cover, send a super chat. But and that could be in any market. It could be Donald Trump coin, it could be Dogecoin, it could be anything. So if y'all want to send a super chat, if y'all got a request for something to be analyzed, y'all can do that as well. You say you don't have no ZBEC? Okay. So let's go ahead and get the charts out the way, man. Let's go ahead and first of all, let's look at the economic calendar. Okay, we are in the 3rd week of July, so we're in the 3rd week of July. Okay, we just began July 20th, and it seems to be, well, we got Jerome Powell speaking on Tuesday. Okay, there's rumors out here that Jerome Powell wanted to step down. I don't get into all that. I don't believe Donald Trump can't do nothing to Jerome Powell. I'm letting y'all know that now. Okay. The Federal Reserve isn't federal, for y'all people that think that. It's not federal. It's a private entity. So the central bank, that's going to be internal, in my honest opinion. If Jerome Powell steps down, that's going to be an internal thing with the Federal Reserve. It has nothing to do with Donald Trump and the United States Incorporated, okay? So that's a whole nother conversation. But he speaks on Tuesday. And other than that, it's pretty much a kind of a mild week looking ahead. For y'all in the chat that keep up with all the news, what else do we have to be looking out for? As far as like, I know all the bills got passed, but what else do we need to be looking out for as far as dates and stuff like that? Y'all can leave it in the chat. Make sure y'all smash that like button. Also, wait a minute. Let me see right quick. I need 15 subscribers, okay? If y'all watching my last live stream, I went over 1,000 subscribers, but YouTube snatched about 30 of them. So I'm assuming those was like bots, I guess. I'm assuming those was like bots. So I need 15 subscribers to cross over 1,000. So if you're brand new to the channel, please subscribe. That's a little personal goal. What's up, Jay Manson? Shout out to you. All right, let's come look at XRP first, or yeah, we might as well. So how many of y'all caught that live stream? I pretty much live streamed all day price action. So how many of y'all was catching that, watching it? Y'all let me know in the chat. And some of y'all was in the comments kind of nervous, you know what I'm saying? Some people calling for a crash. Y'all are indecisive. Y'all don't really know what y'all talking about, some of y'all. What's y'all predictions? You know what I'm saying? What's y'all predictions? Y'all give me y'all feedback. What do y'all see? How do y'all see us closing the 3rd quarter? So today is July. We're currently in July, August, September. Where do y'all see us by September? Because I've been seeing people talking about coming back down to $1.55, $2.60. I'm trying to see what y'all feeling. What y'all thinking? Big Beat Down, you said, I heard Japan's looking to use XRP for all bank transfers by the end of 2025. That's a $6 trillion injection. Yes, they definitely, Japan is ready to go. You already know that. We know that. Lenny, $5 minimum. By the end of the 3rd quarter, Lenny, $5 minimum. We're already at 345. And guess what? I don't think we done for July. I'm gonna say that. I don't think we done for July. Let me go down to the weekly candle. Let's go down to the weekly. Here in about 30 seconds. Here we go. 30 seconds. Watch the new candle print on the screen. The new weekly candle, okay? In 30 seconds, well, 24 now. Watch the new weekly candle print on the chart. 19. 16. 13. All right, we got about 10 seconds, and then we will form the new week, and that begins the new week of trading in the markets, okay? That begins the new week of trading. 2. And there we go. The new candle has printed for the week. We got 7 days, okay? We got 7 trading days. So what I was just saying was, I don't believe we're done for the month of July, okay? We just entered that third week of July just seconds ago. So here we are starting the new week of trading. In the crypto market, the new weekly candle prints at 8 o'clock p.m. Eastern Standard Time. And here we are. Gentel, you said $8 to $10. Ryan, you said expansion. We gonna see. I don't think we done. Let me cut this down a little bit. Yeah, I don't think we done. We definitely not done for July. I'm gonna show you here in a minute why I believe we're not done. So last week, well, really the last 2 weeks, okay, we've been having a large expansion candles for XRP, okay? Large expansion candles. And what did we do? We traded up, we sought out the liquidity at the previous all-time high, which formed back in January 2025. So let me outline that high right there. Okay, above that high is buy-side liquidity. So it's a good, to me, it's a strong indication that we're going to continue higher if we just punch through that. And that's exactly what we did. We just punched through that. We didn't just poke it and then kind of retrace. No, we punched straight through it and we created a high of 366. And then we closed bullish, okay? And here we are. The new week has started. We got 7 days. So next week, next Sunday at this time, we will enter the next week. What's up, Lauren? Shout out to y'all, man. Shout out to y'all. Shout out to you. So we just entered the new week of trading. So this is a weekly candle. Every one of these candles takes 7 days to complete. Let me go down to the daily time frame. Let's go down to the daily. So here we are on the daily time frame. Y'all in the chat, what is this right here? What is this right here? Okay, what kind of candle is this? What am I referring to? For the people that have been in the lessons, and if you ain't in the Discord, sign up to the Discord. But for y'all in the Discord, there y'all go. Busy, buy side imbalance, sell side inefficiency, which is a fair value gap. Y'all are learning, man. Y'all quick learners, and all this you really picking up for free on the channel. You know what I'm saying? Y'all get it for free. Okay. Let me highlight that is a daily fair value gap. Okay, that is a daily fair value gap. So let me highlight it. Reference it. It's a reference point. It's a discount as well. So if you're watching price and it suddenly drops, you should not be panicking. Okay, it's because it's reaching to fill in a void or a gap in price. Okay, because it's inefficient. It lacks efficiency. Okay. If you don't know, the markets are algorithmic. They're algorithmic, and price is going to want to refer to these levels that I'm highlighting to fill it in to make it efficient. Okay, to make it efficient. That's if the market's about to really take off. That's them offering a discount before it continues higher. But we don't necessarily have to come down here because as I drop down to the 4-hour time frame, let's do that. On the 4-hour time frame, the whole entire weekend, we have been working inside of another gap on the 4-hour time frame. Y'all in the chat. Again, what is this right here? This little area right here. And when I highlight it, it's going to pop out to y'all. What is this area right here in the chat? Y'all see it? All weekend, we just been working inside of this highlighted fair value gap. Busy. Shout out to you, Lawrence. It's a discount as well. Big beat down. It's a discount, but it's also a 4-hour fair value gap. And if you don't know, the higher time frame has more influence, is more superior than the lower time frame. So if we decide to drop through this, which I hopefully don't, if we are truly bullish, okay, we're going to continue higher. We're going to use this 4-hour fair value gap and continue higher and not even worry about this gap down here on the daily. This will be considered a breakaway gap. But we've been working this the entire weekend after coming off a strong week in the market, okay? We have been working inside of this 4-hour fair value gap ever since Friday. And here it is, the new week of trading on Sunday, okay? So we just been consolidating all weekend. So next thing I want to do is let's drop down a little closer to price. And I'm going to give y'all my projections in a minute. If y'all didn't see it, I'll give you my projections, my higher time frame projections. So let me throw up the weekly dividers just like that. All these skills you can learn in the Patreon. So y'all in the chat, and especially y'all in the Patreon, what's the first thing that I should be doing when I drop down to the 1-hour time frame? What's the first thing I like to look for? Me personally. What's the first thing I like to look for? Shout out to you, Lawrence, always on point. Shout out to you, Daryl, always on point. Shout out to the 32 people in here. I need about 15 subscribers, okay? I'm trying to get to 1,000. So if you're brand new, please subscribe, okay? If y'all hanging out in the back, please subscribe. But y'all are correct in the chat. I want to identify where the liquidity is because the market always seeks liquidity. If you don't know what liquidity is, that's where they leave the orders are. There are orders resting in the market. So what we do is we want to identify last week's high and low. So, okay. I'm gonna take a trend line. You see the previous week's high right here, this swing high right there, that's last week's high. I'm gonna drag that out to the right. Okay, that is considered buy side liquidity. Buy side liquidity is above the market. Sell side liquidity is last week's low right here. I'm gonna drag that out all the way to the right. So what I'm doing is I'm framing up the market for the upcoming week. Framing it up for the upcoming week. I do this every week on the weekend. All right. So we understand right now where the previous week's highs and lows are, and we're also working inside of that 4-hour fair value gap right now. So for the people that thought price was crashing earlier, it's not crashing. It's just referring to certain levels in price. Okay. So next thing I want to do is I want to throw up my daily dividers, which this is more intraday. So if this isn't so long term, I'm gonna give you my long term projections here in a minute. But this is more intraday price action. And when I drop down to the 15-minute time frame, what do I want to do on the 15-minute time frame? Y'all tell me in the chat. What am I looking for on the 15-minute time frame? Giving you real time analysis as well. So, you know what I'm saying? When you go on YouTube and you watch all these other people, you know what I'm saying? I don't think they not really charting and breaking it down for y'all like they should be. They just giving speculation, you know what I'm saying? They just speculating a whole lot. And they ain't really giving y'all a full-blown breakdown in price action, okay? Technicals. But what I'm doing on the 15-minute time frame, I'm looking for the previous day's liquidity, okay? So right now, this is Sunday. This entire, in between these two vertical trend lines, this is Sunday's price action, okay? Sunday's price action. So what I'm doing is, same thing what I did on the hourly, looking at the previous week's highs and lows. I'm identifying the previous day's highs and lows. So you can't ignore that daily fair value gap highlighted in green down there, okay? You can't ignore that because that's the higher time frame and that's a void in price. Okay, we know that's a gap in price that price most likely will refer to. So if we see some type of drop in price, y'all that's watching my channel, don't be surprised by that. It's just price is just offering a discount. It's going to be offering a discount for who? Whoever wants to buy. If you're a retail investor, you might want to buy it, which I'm not going to be buying at $334. That's the new discount. Y'all got to just be cool with that. You know what I'm saying? I'm not going to be buying it at that price level, but some people that's brand new to this, y'all might not have enough. So y'all, that's an opportunity for y'all to accumulate even more if we drop down inside of this highlighted area. How many people in the chat is still looking to buy more XRP? Okay, you got to do what you got to do. Okay, you got to do more, what you got to do to be a part of what's going down in history. Okay. How many people in the chat still looking to purchase XRP? And if you are, I'm giving you the levels where you should be looking to buy, okay? I'm giving you the levels. Lenny, if it drops below $2, maybe. Shit, not even for me. Okay, $2 for me, that's too expensive. Too expensive for me. So y'all are looking in the chat. Y'all looking for a $2 XRP? Jaro boy, what you mean? What you shrugging your shoulders for, Jaro boy? What you mean? Y'all make sure y'all smash that like button. Help me get to 1,000 subscribers if you're brand new. Now I'm down to 14. Big Beat Down, he said, for my trade account, just for extra. I got you. Shout out to you. So as you can see right now, we are in Asia. As soon as we enter Asia, you can see the sell-off. You can see the sell-off. I mean, all these highlighted areas, it's not random at all. Let me highlight Asia session for y'all. Asia session, if you don't know, begins at 8 o'clock p.m., 12 o'clock midnight. 8 o'clock p.m. Eastern Standard Time, 12 o'clock midnight Eastern Standard Time. Okay, so we just entered. We're only 16 minutes in Asia. No, 10 minutes. We're only 10 minutes inside of Asia, and you already can see the activity is going on a Sunday. Look at that. Look at that. Look at that liquidity injection as that candle starts to widen out. You can see it dropping down in price. So what I'm doing right now, if y'all just join, I'm just looking at intraday price action, trying to get a better feel on what price is trying to do. Most of the liquidity comes into the market around Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday of the week. So Sundays, I don't get excited about Sundays, and Mondays can be like a hit and miss day. So I don't really get excited about Mondays neither. Most of the volume comes in the market on a Tuesday, Wednesday, or a Thursday. What's up, Mr. 1413? Shout out to you, man. Timmy44, been stacking, ready for price discovery mode. We in price discovery, Timmy, but you ready though anyway. We definitely in price discovery, okay? We at all-time levels we ain't never seen before in this digital asset. Okay, all-time levels. Appreciate y'all joining, man. Make sure y'all subscribe. I'm almost there. What's up? It's an illusion. Shout out to you. 44 people in the building, man. Shout out to everybody. Big T, Crypto Clowns. Big T, what you talking about? Crypto Clowns. What you talking about? Brittany Williams, or Brittany. Anything wrong with continuing to stack it? No, not really, but it depends when you was purchasing it. You know what I'm saying? Like for people, like for a lot of people, they was getting it back in 2020, 2021, 2022, 2023, and they was getting it at 40 cents, 30 cents, 50 cents. So as you was able to get more back then, as it continues to rise in value, it takes more capital to buy more of these tokens. Okay, it takes way more capital to purchase in, and it gets real expensive. For example, I think I did the math the other day. I believe $10,000 worth of XRP a few years ago was like, it might have took you $5,000 to get 10,000 XRP, but now shit, it's like 30. What is it? It's probably about $34,000 just to get 10,000 XRP. So from 5,000 to 34,000, it's a whole big difference. And there's other opportunities out there. I mean, but if you don't have enough, you got to do what you got to do. Okay, you got to do what you got to do. So definitely do what you need to do if you feel like you need more or whatever, because price is going to continue to go higher. As it continues to go higher, you're being priced out. Okay, you're gonna be like right now, Bitcoin. Who got 100,000? Let me see what Bitcoin is. Just to buy one whole Bitcoin. Now you can buy fractions of a Bitcoin, but don't nobody want no fractions of no Bitcoin. We want a whole Bitcoin. And just to get one Bitcoin, it's $116,000 right now. And again, at one point, Bitcoin was at $3.40. But now it's at $116,000. So you got to do what you got to do. Look at price selling off right now. It's seeking liquidity below the market. We're also inside of that 4-hour fair value gap. What's up, Red Pill Awakening? Shout out to you. Brittany, you say you're adding every other week when you're getting paid. Make sure you're buying at discounts, Brittany. Make sure you're buying at a discount. Don't buy it at a premium. Buy it at a discount. Jara Boy, better than sitting in the bank, for sure. Shout out to you, Jara Boy. 50,000 XRP coins is enough. How much is 50,000 XRP coins right now? If it's enough, let's calculate right quick. Let's right now XRP is 342. Let's type 50,000 times 342. Yeah, $171,000. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, try to tell people right now that's enough. I'm talking about the average working person who got to get up and go to work every day and they just trying their best to accumulate. Who just got $171,000 laying around? I'm just saying. It was probably it was probably enough for people a few years ago to get, but now it's a whole different ball game. Yeah, you got to consider everybody else. Red Pill. Everybody's situation is different. Brittany, you said right. What's enough? I'm shooting for 10K XRP. Keep shooting for 10K XRP, Brittany. Keep shooting for 10K XRP. Like I said, set you a goal, and I feel like 10K is enough. Okay, if y'all don't understand what XRP is trying to do, 10K is enough. Daryl, is it enough? I remember people saying 10,000 was enough when the goal post moved. Let's go to the rich list. Let me bring up the rich list. Okay, let's go to the rich list. Let me bring up the XRP rich list. 1 second. I think I got to type it in. All right, this is the XRP rich list. I don't know if it's still outdated, but when I first found out about XRP, I came to this website and this is how I set my goals. Okay, this is how I set my goals. So we come down here and scroll to the left. It says percentage of accounts with balances starting at. Okay, so let's see. Over here on the right hand, in the right column, which I ain't trying to highlight everything, but in the right column over here to the right. Nobody in here in my live stream is probably in the 0.5%. So if you are, send a donation, send a super chat if you in the 0.5% of XRP holders. I need a donation, okay? But everybody else, think 1% to 10%, okay? We got a lot of people in here in the top 1%. And to be in the top 1% of XRP holders right now, you need $50,000. 50,000 XRP. So in your phone right now, let's type in 50,000 XRP. I just told you it was like $171,000, okay? You need $171,000 to be considered in the top 1% right now at this moment. Now, a few months ago or a few years ago, you didn't need $171,000. But now it costs you $171,000 to be in the top 1% of holders. Okay, now the top 2%, you need 25,000 XRP. Okay, 25,300 to be in the top 2%. And y'all do the math. Let me do it right quick. I'm gonna do 25. I'm just gonna say 25,300. I'm just gonna put in 340. You need about $86,000 right now to be in the top 2%. You need about $86,000 right now to be in the top 2% of XRP holders. Now the top 3%, you need 16,000 XRP. You need about 16,000 XRP to be in the top 3%. So this, when I first got into this is how I was setting my goals, okay? I was shooting high, okay? I wanted to be in the 0.05, but guess what? It take a lot of money. I might calculate that in here in a minute. I'm gonna show you how much money you gotta have to be in the top 0.5, under 1%. And some people out there, regular people, because they've been in XRP for years, like 2017, 2016, they got about 100 XRP, 100,000 XRP. Some people got 200,000. So we got some major big fish out there. You know what I'm saying? So, to be in the top 4%. So when I was saying 10,000, okay, that was the basic. That was the basics back in the day. Get you 10,000. So to get 10,000 XRP right now, it's going to cost you. I'm just going to round up to 11,000. 11,000 XRP times 340. You need about $37,000 right now just to get 10,000 XRP. And guess what? Most people don't have that laying around. Most people don't have that in a savings account, okay? So you need a lot of money to get it popping on that 4%. So for people that's brand new, you need to strive for about 2,500 XRP. For the people that are brand new, you need to strive for about 2,500 XRP, which is in the top 10%, okay? And for the people that, let me see what that is, 2,500. You need about $8,500. Now that's more doable for people that's just coming into the game, people trying to get started. You need about $8,500. And guess what? A lot of people don't have $8,500 laying around, okay? People don't just have that laying around because people's circumstances, you know what I'm saying? That's somebody's emergency money, okay? So, hey, this is what I was basing it on. This is the XRP rich list. So hopefully this is helpful. Hopefully this is helping y'all out. Let me read the comments. If y'all got any questions, just let me know. Timmy, $5 XRP by the end of the month. Timmy, that's very possible, Timmy. Nelson, you said, come on, Korea. Let's come back to the charts. You can see that sell-off. What is price reaching for? It's reaching for the London session low, and then if it sells off, it's going to want to come out and take out the liquidity below here. We're going to see. Go down to a 5-minute. Red Pill, you said, I hope he goes to 5. Hey, I got 61 people in the building. I need 15 subscribers, okay? I'm almost at 1,000, okay? Help me out to get to 1,000 subscribers. Okay, I got 987. So if you haven't subscribed, I appreciate y'all joining. Please subscribe and help me get over to 1,000 subscribers. And I appreciate it. Also, if y'all want to join the Patreon, y'all clicking the link in the comment section, sign up to the Patreon. Y'all can get in there. I got different things for different people. It's very informative. It's a good group of people. I got beginner lessons. I got mentorship. So whatever y'all want to sign up for, y'all can sign up for it. So XRP is currently selling off right now during Asia. There's nothing, you know what I'm saying? If you're a long-term investor, this does not apply to you really. This is for people that like to trade and analyze intraday price actions, because I'm primarily a trader. I also do some long-term investing, but trading is my thing. Appreciate it, Red Pill Awakening. All right, so let's zoom out right quick. Let's go out to the monthly time frame. Go out to the monthly time frame. Get a higher time frame perspective on price. So this is a long-term view on XRP. All right, so let me hide some of this. All right, so as you zoom out and look at price, does that look like, okay, as you zoom out and look at price, does it look like price is looking to crash at any time? Or are we in a breakout price discovery phase, okay? This little retracement, y'all got to ignore that, especially y'all long-term investors and the people that don't know how to trade. It pulling back is making y'all nervous and shit. Like, y'all don't know what y'all talking about. The market goes in. I'm going to just say sign up to the Patreon, but we pretty much the retracement, that was the weekly end. We came to the weekly end and we just opened up the new week of trading. So every candle has an open, high, low, close. So for example, if we just look at the current candle, well, let's go to the weekly. Last week that just ended minutes ago, it opened at the bottom of the candle. Okay, you see the base of the candle? Let me zoom in. You see the base of the candle? It opens. 1 second, man. 1 second. Here I go right here. Here I go. Got to pop up on screen. But you can see the base of the candle right here. It opens, it retraces lower, it expands higher, and then it retraces and close, okay? That's regular functions of price action. What's up, B-Rush? You talking about this double tapping? Man, some people don't know what they talking about, B-Rush. You know what I'm saying? People don't know what they be talking about. They got to leave it to, leave it to the experts. But every candle, as you can see, all that nervousness and shit, y'all need to chill out, man. You see how it opens up at the base, it retraces lower, it goes higher. Every candle does that. Even the bearish candles, it opens at the top of the candle, it goes up, it sells off and retraces and close. So that little retracement at the end of the week, that's normal, okay? That's very normal. So now we just open up the new week, go back down to the daily, and there we go. We got a lot of liquidity. So previous days low. So I'm gonna ask y'all in the chat, what's your daily bias for today, Monday, or Monday? What's your daily bias for Monday? Daily bias means directional direction, price direction. So what's your bias going into Monday? Is this candle right here, the current candle, is it going to go up and take out previous day's highs, or is it going to want to drop down and take out the previous day's lows? See at the bottom of the candles, those are previous day's lows. So OL, you saying the Monday drop? Said them portfolios be looking good. Y'all got to chill out, man. Y'all got to relax. You said up longs all day. Okay, you new here, big beat down. You're gonna find out real quick. Previous day is low. Lawrence, you saying up? So Lawrence, you saying we gonna take up? We gonna pop up? Okay, we kind of got like a mixed crowd in here. And it's very simple. When we're doing like intraday analysis, it's very simple every day. So when every daily candle prints on the chart, you want to ask yourself, okay, it's almost like flipping a coin. What side of the market does it want to take? Does it want to drop down and take out the previous day's lows? Or does it want to come up and take out the previous day's highs? It's very simple. Timmy, you saying low? Ryan Royce, man, this bad boy ain't about to blow up. I hope so, Ray Royce. I hope so. So it's a mixed bag in here today. It's a mixed bag. Some people are saying low and high. Well, right now we're kind of just pausing. We're pausing. You know what I'm saying? Because guess what? We're just trading. We're consolidating inside of this 4-hour fair value gap. We've been in here all weekend. So whatever they decide to do, I'm gonna let them have it. As a trader, if it drops down, okay, if you're just patient enough, you're not too impulsive, let it drop. And if it drops and you start seeing it come down into this highlighted area and you're looking to buy, you let it come to you, okay? But if it doesn't, you just let it run. Don't try to chase it. If you try to chase these candles going higher, you're gonna hurt yourself. For example, for everybody that was chasing this breakout right here, they were chasing it. And some of them probably caught some percentages and they're unprofitable. But guess what? It started retracing. What if you were somebody who purchased at the top of this candle right here, 366? And guess what? You already in the red, so now you're negative about it. You hate it because you was chasing candles, okay? You was chasing it. Oh, that's another catalyst. Shut up. Shout out to I can't pronounce your name. Dude. I don't know what you. Dues. Fosier. Shout out to you, man. But yeah, that's another catalyst. The court case ended. They need to go ahead. They might as well go ahead and they're not gonna announce it. So they might as well go ahead and get it out the way, sweep it under the table, and just let us get this past us. You know what I'm saying? Let us get this past us. But they can announce that any day now. That shit been over with. They can announce that shit any day. So that's XRP right now. It's just consolidating around. We need some institutional sponsorship. That's when the institutions come in and push the market with liquidity. So that's what we're waiting on. Right now, we're just consolidating. There's not a lot of volume in the market. We're just sideways trading, okay? I'm gonna come back to XRP in a minute. Nothing exciting going on. We just began the new week of trading. So I'm bullish for the week, okay? I'm bullish on the week. But if we decide to drop down lower, which I hope it doesn't, but it can, that's going to be an opportunity for y'all that don't have enough to purchase. But guess what? Today's prices ain't yesterday's prices. So you definitely going to pay a pretty penny to accumulate a large number of XRP. Who remembers getting XRP for like 5 for 1, 4 for 1, 3 for 1? And when I mean 3 for 1, 4 for 1, I'm talking about for $1. At one point, you could buy 1 XRP for you could get like 5 XRP for $1. You can get 4 XRP for $1. Who remembers that? Well, guess what? Them days long gone. Okay, it's going to take $3.40 just to get 1 XRP. Y'all remember them days? Kid's mom not asking me about crypto since Trump signed the bills. Stay away from her. Stay away. I'm gonna say stay away. You know what I'm saying? She asking you about crypto. Be like, what crypto? You know what I'm saying? What you talking about? What is crypto? Better ignore that shit. Gentel, you said, yeah, the 30-cent days. Yep, for sure. The 30-cent days. Oh, y'all all agreeing with me? Shit, what crypto? Shit. I don't know what you talking about. Donald Trump did what? Speaking of that, let's come. If y'all missed it, if you brand new, y'all missed it last week, let me come to the news right quick. Let's come over to the news. Let's come over to the news. Pull this up right quick. All right, this is pretty much like a little recap. I ain't gonna stay too long on this. I ain't got much news today, but I'm gonna do a little recap right quick of last week. So here it is.
President Trump today signing the landmark Genius Act into law. It's the first major piece of crypto legislation in U.S. history. The bill boosting crypto further into the mainstream, now offering a regulatory framework for a so-called stable coin in the economy. This as the Trump administration prepares to potentially sign another groundbreaking executive order, paving the way for 401k retirement saving plans to invest in private assets. We're going to explain all this. So what could these changes mean for you and your money? Our senior business correspondent, good friend to Top Story, Christine Romans, is here to break it down for us. So, Christine, I want to start with the Genius Act.
Sure.
What is the stable coin?
So it's a landmark regulation that kind of gives a regulatory framework around the stablecoin. What is stablecoin? It's something that is pegged to either the U.S. dollar, backed by U.S. Treasuries. So
a new type of cryptocurrency?
It's a small corner of cryptocurrency. It is about $300 billion. So it's a small cousin to Bitcoin. Bitcoin's the one y'all hear about that can go up and down for sometimes no reason. Stablecoin is stable. Okay. So it's supposed to be a stable store of value. And
almost like a treasury note kind
of? Yeah. And this is the Treasury Secretary just got a note from the Treasury Department just a few minutes ago saying this could actually drive demand for U.S. Treasuries because you need to back this sort of with reserve treasuries. So again, this is something that brings what was a fringe part of the financial landscape, crypto, into the mainstream.
Okay. And then we've been hearing so much about private equity, right? Yeah. And people who can invest in private equity, usually on the upper end of the economic spectrum, right? Upper end, I should say. So now the president wants private equity to be an option for 401ks. Explain that.
He wants to open up this $14 trillion market to the big private equity managers. Right now, they have endowments, they have ultra high net worth individuals, they have some pension funds.
Index funds, public stocks, like all that.
They want these big private equity guys and women, but mostly guys, want access to that $14 trillion 401k market. Now, here's the interesting thing. These private equity investments can be very high risk, very high reward. The president thinks Americans should have access to that part of the market. A lot of certified financial planners I've been talking to are still very cautious because they think most Main Street investors need low-cost fee, funds. They don't need drama.
So wait, to understand this, basically in your 401k, you'd have an option to invest in a private equity fund.
Yes, exactly, in private equity investments. And look, some people say, look, we want to be able to
tap into whatever's out there.
If the rich guys are doing this, we should be able to do it too. Thing is, you don't have as much money as the rich guys. And if you can't afford to lose it, you shouldn't be putting it in a retirement.
401ks have been around for a while now, decades, right? They've done very well for a lot of people. But now we're hearing about crypto and private equity coming into 401ks as well. Why the change now? Is it time?
It's the president. The president has close allies and supporters who are really bullish on crypto and on these big private equity funds. He's been backed by some of these people. The president himself, by the way, and makes money on crypto. His three sons co-founded the World a crypto platform. The president himself made $57 million last year from that platform, among other things. So the president bullish on crypto personally and wants to do it for the country.
We thank you for watching.
All right, y'all. That was a quick, brief summary of last week or whatnot. We got some big things going on, man. The media, shout out to you, New Mindset. Yeah, the media is all over this. They excited, you know what I'm saying? The American public don't know about this shit, though. The American public don't even know what just happened, okay? They don't even know. The people. I understood this past weekend. I finally understood, which it kind of hit me late or whatnot. I finally understood why Donald Trump was saying, America's going to be the crypto capital of the world because it brings strength back to the United States dollar. It kind of because people around the world, the dollar is still the world reserve currency. So people around the world is going to have easier access to your current, to the dollar because now it's digital and it's fast. You know what I'm saying? It's going to be running on the Xrp ledger. So if you're brand new, you don't know that. Now you know. Let's walk down memory lane. I don't know how many of y'all been here, or let's just give y'all kind of a refresher of what all this shit is about, okay? Let's do a quick refresher of what this shit is about with XRP. If you don't know, how many of y'all know what y'all invested in? How many of y'all truly know what y'all really invested in? Or are some of y'all brand new to this, okay? Matter of fact, in the chat, y'all tell me how long y'all been in XRP. When did it come to you? Did it just come to you a year ago, months ago? And did the light bulb go off in your head like, oh shit, what is this? Oh shit, I gotta get this now. You know what I'm saying? People are selling their cars. People are selling blood. And ain't no telling what else people doing for this. They probably got OnlyFans workers trying to, do what they do for XRP. January 2021, 2 years ago. Ryan, 4 years ago, 2022, Brittany, shout out to you, 5 years ago, okay? But did the light bulb go off in y'all head? That's what I'm trying to understand. Did the light bulb go off on your head? Like, it took me a while. I can't even lie. It took me a while. I understood it, but it took me a while to completely understand what the hell this is about. Anthony, shout out to you, man. Shout out to my new subscribers. I got 10. Check it out. I got 10 subscribers left. Let me see. Go check the number. I need 10 subscribers. So if you in the back of the chat, I need 10 subscribers to get to 1,000 subscribers. So please run me up. Help me get to 1,000. But let's go take a walk back down memory lane right quick. Let me pull this up. Give y'all a brief. If you don't know, let's just walk you through it right quick. Damn, come on. All right, here we go.
When we talk about the internet of value at Ripple, we're thinking much bigger than just cross-border payments. It's kind of like Amazon with rare books in the early days. Just this market happens to be a $10 trillion market.
Change is behind all great achievements.
We are at a historic turning point.
It allowed us to go from ideas to space.
Said in the past that you are doing for money what email did for communication.
The progress Ripple's making for the industry is moving the whole revolution forward. There's trillions of dollars parked around the world.
Big time move in XRP.
Is there a possibility that Ripple could take over Swift one day?
Well,
if this is your first time here, make sure you subscribe and click on the bell so you don't miss any new videos.
From the beginning of time, each passing age has left behind some vital knowledge, improving its earlier marvels and developing newer miracles.
We are living in the age of disruption. Times of change, not seen in generations. Companies like Uber, Netflix, Amazon, and all other game-changing technologies have disrupted their respective industries. So after all the major industries have changed, it was time for the king of industries to be disrupted. Let's face it, physical money is becoming like this, relics of a different age, and soon will only be found in places like this. In other words, hard cash is disappearing. It's becoming digital, transferred by things like these. Today, we can send and receive information instantly, yet the same can't be said when it comes to sending money. We're still stuck in the past. Due to the ongoing global pandemic, which continues to force many businesses into the digital realm, real-time payments are becoming more important than ever. This is a $1 trillion problem.
We all know what this is. It's money. And people like you use money every day.
As a concept, money is not meant to remain static. Money serves its purpose only when it moves from one hand to another and from one place to another. The concept of exchange of value has evolved over time, from clay tokens to metal coins to paper notes and cryptocurrencies, each new form aiming to eliminate the downfalls of its predecessors. International money transfers have also evolved over time with the changing shape of money and breakthroughs in technology. The last 150 years show us an evolution in the money transfer industry, yet there still hasn't been a dramatic change in the global payment landscape as much as the rise in payment volumes demands.
As long as there's money, they have banks to handle and service it. I figure both are going to be around for a long time.
In 1973, 239 banks from 15 countries got together to solve the problem of cross-border payments. The banks formed a faster alternative to telex messages called SWIFT.
What is SWIFT?
SWIFT is a private financial messaging service that's based in Belgium, and what that means is it facilitates the international financial transactions of most of the world. There are a bunch of different systems like SWIFT, but SWIFT is by far the most popular. It serves 11,000 financial institutions in over 200 countries. And basically when anyone wants to buy or sell something internationally, SWIFT is the one that takes the payment information or the destination that the money is going to and makes sure that money reaches the right place in a secure fashion. And this replaced the telex system, which was basically SWIFT before SWIFT. And this system did the same thing, but it it was much slower and it didn't have a standardized universal code system like Swift does, so Swift was kind of an improvement on this outdated system.
So if you've ever made a bank transfer, you were probably using Swift. Although it plays a crucial role in international money transfer, Swift does not actually move money. Their network sends messages between banks that allow them to make transfers. It handles more than $5 trillion worth of transactions every single day. That's a market worth more than $2 quadrillion annually. With Swift, the transactions are fast, but settlements happen much later. They average a 3-day waiting period with a 7% failure rate and are very costly to execute.
Reuters.
So you hear that about Swift. If you're brand new, you're new to this, or you need a refresher, Swift is outdated. We've been using this shit since the 70s. It's a transaction network. It's outdated, and it's slow. So for you people that work a 9 to 5 or whatnot, and y'all get y'all paychecks, or for some people that like to send cash apps, yeah, it might pop up in your account and it's a credit, but on the back end, on the banking side, it's not settled. So all of that shit is outdated. Also, it has failure. So if you send it, there's a lot of times when you're sending money back and forth that it will fail on the back end, and that's costly. So all that shit is about to be changed. And guess what? You're able to buy the new system, purchase the new system that will speed this shit up. And Donald Trump he damn near signed this shit into law. Not completely, but he got the ball rolling last Friday. So I'm going to continue.
Citing an interview with the head of global security for Swift, in which that official says that since the famous Bank of Bangladesh hacking incident earlier this year, there have been a meaningful number of other attacks on client banks, that is, banks that use the Swift financial messaging system. He's also saying that about a fifth of those hacking attempts have resulted in stolen funds. That's according to...
At the end of the day, we're talking about a system that was created 50 years ago. A settlement time of 48 hours might have been great in the 70s, but in 2020, we're in need of a better solution. It's time for a new standard.
Said in the past that you are doing for money what email did for communication. Do you think this is really going to take off to that extent?
You know, we do. When we look at the world, you see a world completely connected on an information web. But what we don't have is the sense of a value web. Payments, the exchange of value is still pre-internet based on 40-year-old technology. And so that's very expensive. That really slows e-commerce. Lots of parts of the world don't have the ability to make payments. So this new technology that really is a second gen of Bitcoin enables now value to be exchanged in the same way that information is currently exchanged. And that's a big deal, we think.
If you replace Swift messages with a digital asset that moves faster than the message, you get near real-time money settlements. There's no nostro accounts, just value moving at the speed of data.
We found this very interesting tech company called Ripple that we're going to invest in, right?
Now check it out. This part right here with Ashton Kutcher. You know what I'm saying? Y'all should know who Ashton Kutcher is. He's an actor. Who been in this space since this? I just want to know how long. This is how long I've been into this since this happened when he went on Ellen DeGeneres, whatever her name is, Ellen. You know what I'm saying? Who been watching this ever since? Who been in this game since Ashton Kutcher went on live television and the people was like, they didn't understand it. Y'all been in here this long? Y'all been in this space this long? About 5 years ago? I think it was longer than 5 years ago. Y'all remember? That's how long it's been. If y'all haven't subscribed, please subscribe. 2017, that's what I'm saying. That's how long it's been. And they was promoting it then right there in y'all face publicly. But let's go ahead and continue.
Okay, what is Ripple?
So Ripple is basically a platform to allow people to transfer money from bank account to bank account, person to person, really securely, really simply, really quickly. And it runs on this stuff called Xrp, which is a cryptocurrency, but basically it's just a way to get value from here to there. On behalf of Ripple, we'd like to give you $4 million. Usually people come out with the big giant check and do the big giant check thing, but we can actually transfer it into Rwandan francs right now, right here. And all we have to do is push this button and it's in your account. Do you want to push it? You want me to push it?
I would like to push it.
Bingo.
Thank you.
And that part right there, check it out. When I first seen that, I didn't understand it. I was like, okay, what's the big deal? You know what I'm saying? He sent them some money. They got Cash App and all that. I didn't understand it. You know what I'm saying? I didn't understand it at first, but now I understand what the hell just happened. And guess what? That $4 million settled instantly. Okay, try y'all right now, because we about to be here in a hot second. But right now, if you try to transfer $4 million, if you had it, it's not going to transfer instantly. Okay, you're going to have to go through all kind of paperwork. You're going to have to talk to your bank. They're going to want to ask you all. They're going to do a strip search on you. You know what I'm saying? They're going to want to ask all kind of questions. You know what I'm saying? So it's not possible right here in the moment, but soon to be, like shortly, you're going to be able to send that type of money around the world instantly, settlement, and you don't have to worry about, all that other bullshit. You know what I'm saying? It's going to happen just fast, lightning speed. Let me continue.
Thank you, Ripple, for doing this. And now everybody knows you can just send money easily like that. What a great thing.
Much like Netflix destroyed Blockbuster and Uber destroyed the taxi industry, this is the biggest transformation in the structure of how humans exchange value since the dawn of the internet. Ripple is the company that's aiming to make money move as fast as information, but it's their digital asset XRP that's holding the real key to the global payment puzzle.
One example is Ripple. It's a platform used to make international monetary transactions faster and cheaper. Now, one way Ripple facilitates that is by using the cryptocurrency XRP. I asked CEO Brad Garlinghouse to explain what XRP actually is and how it all works.
XRP is like a Bitcoin. It's a digital asset. What we do is we take a transaction between banks, and instead of having a bank pre-fund an account at the other bank, which is how correspondent banking works today. The Bank of Brad in dollars would pre-fund to the Bank of Julia, perhaps in pounds, and then I would debit and credit that. But that means I have to pre-fund and have dormant capital sitting at that other bank. What we allow banks to do, we allow payment providers to do, is to tap into the liquidity of XRP liquidity. So today there's lots of liquidity between XRP and US dollar, there's lots of liquidity between XRP and British pound, and you could tap into that to move value in real time, in seconds.
XRP is meant to be a digital way to move value, to move digital money, if you will. And it's really focused on that. So there are other cryptocurrencies, Ether is an example of something that can do all kinds of stuff, including move value. Some people in the industry look at that and say, well, why is Ether so slow to close the transaction? Well, maybe because it's trying to do too much, or just trying to do so much, or it can do so much. XRP is purely focused on value. It can do, Visa like 1,500 transactions per second. We don't have digital value right now. When you send someone a Venmo payment, they don't actually get the money for like 3 to 5 days. They might credit an account, but there's risk being taken by the company there, and that's why the fees are so high. When one of our customers uses XRP to move money from Thailand to Spain, it happens in less than a minute or two, and it's very accurate and quick to do so.
In fact, XRP was the best performing asset in 2017's crypto bull market.
Ripple is on a mission to make money more accessible to people all around the world.
It's a hot new cryptocurrency and it's blowing up.
Take a look at this. It is a big time move in XRP.
So is Ripple the next big breakout coin? And if so, how do you even buy it?
We'll walk you through how to buy it now.
So Ripple has been on an absolute tear.
Where XRP and Ripple have focused is really being a real world use case and solving a real problem. And I think as the market has recognized the traction we're seeing with banks, the market has responded, and the price of XRP is up, as mentioned earlier, about 4,000%.
Yeah, 4,000%, that's a pretty incredible number.
What a rally there's been for these big three. XRP enjoying gains of 186%.
Thank you, Ripple.
XRP's main function is to serve as a bridge asset between currencies. So why should banks care? As of today, trillions of dollars are stuck with banks waiting to be used for payments. When one bank needs to send money across borders, it uses the dead cash it's holding at the foreign institution to which it is sending funds to. The whole process involves counterparty risk and the expensive vetting procedures that goes along with it.
As you know, today banks, when they fund, they keep nostro accounts with other institutions
institutions. And we estimate there is about $5 to $10 trillion that's stuck of depositors' money that's lying elsewhere around the world with capital risk, depreciation risk, and all the things that go with it. And that's the reason remittances are too expensive. But if you use cryptos to do just-in-time settlement, that $5 to $10 trillion can come back home, reducing the cost for financial institutions, which in turn can make remittances cheaper.
To solve this, Ripple is using XRP to provide banks with liquidity on demand.
So we have a product which is called on-demand liquidity, and rather than pre-funding in the destination country, you can source on-demand liquidity. So imagine you are a payment service provider, you want to send $100 to Mexico, and you use actually our native digital asset, which is called XRP, as a bridge currency between the two fiat currencies. So changing from USD to XRP and immediately after to Mexican peso. This is really revolutionizing actually the way that the money is handled.
XRP is perfect for this because the average transaction costs a mere 3/100ths of a penny and is confirmed within 3 seconds. In addition, the Ripple ledger can process more than 1,000 transactions per second.
We use XRP because it's 1,000 times faster than Bitcoin transactions and 1,000 times cheaper than a Bitcoin transaction. We think the utility.
And just to show y'all them transactions, let me come over to this website right quick. This is what I mean. You know what I'm saying? Let me do this right quick. Just to show you how fast the transactions are going right now on the ledger. That's how fast they're going right now. Stable coins legalized. You know what I'm saying? Speed of light. Can't even keep up with it. This is the XRP ledger right now. Okay. Make sure y'all smash that like button. Subscribe if you're brand new to the channel. I'm almost at 1,000. How many people I got left? Let me see how many people I got. 991 subscribers, so I need 9 subscribers, okay? I got 96 people in the building. We just crossed over 100 people in the live stream. I need everybody to subscribe if you ain't subscribed, okay? So definitely hit that like button, subscribe to the channel, okay? Let me come back to the video right quick, but I just had to show y'all that, like, transactions on the ledger, you know what I'm saying? At whatever the speed is, 1,500 transactions per second. That definitely looks like more than 1,500 transactions per second. Matter of fact, it probably is around 1,500 transactions per second. And I think it can go faster, but hey, it's getting real out here. You know what I'm saying? It's getting real. Let me continue to play this.
The utility of XRP is such that it's the most efficient digital assets to solve this problem. There's trillions of dollars parked around the world, pre-funded between banks, between corporates. And if we can make those trillions of dollars more efficient, we make the entire global financial ecosystem more efficient. If we can deliver a better product for a better price, banks and other financial institutions will get on board.
With XRP, banks will essentially have gold that you can teleport into any vault in the world instantly.
XRP is a...
Y'all just hear that? Y'all essentially, so if you own XRP, and this is why it's critical to go ahead, you know, have this XRP, even if you late to the game, you kind of need to get it as you can get it, because you pretty much got digital gold, okay? It's almost like oil. You got digital oil, digital gold. It's a commodity. XRP, once the Clarity Act gets passed, they're going to classify XRP as a digital commodity. It's not going to be a security. It's going to be a digital commodity, okay? So y'all that own this and thinking about selling it, you might want to kind of reconsider, because the people that are thinking about selling it, now you got to do what you got to do. You might have some life-changing wealth or whatnot. You might have some things you need to get done in your life, and you might have to sell some of it. But you better believe selling it and just to get out of it, just to make a few $1 million, you don't know what you own, okay? You don't know what you hold. Okay? You gotta do some deep diving on what this shit is. It's gonna take you a while if you're brand new. So if you thinking about selling it at certain price ranges, you don't understand what you own. Are banks selling gold, or are banks buying gold? Okay, as gold continues to go higher, are they selling it or buying it? That's because gold is a commodity. Okay, and then guess what? When y'all selling it, you're gonna be selling it for a not a CBDC, even though I still think them CBDCs are coming. But you're gonna be selling it for a stable coin or fiat currency. Okay, that's what y'all want to do. Y'all want to sell a commodity for a fake currency. And also, y'all don't get it confused. The stable coin is going to be, it's going to be fun. It's going to be interested, but it's still pegged to a fiat currency. So a stable coin is still a fiat currency. So don't get it twisted. We got to get that understood. It's digital, but it's still a fiat currency. At the end of the day, what's really backing the fiat currency? So what's backing the stablecoin? Maybe the network, the blockchain, the ledger, XRP ledger is going to be backing the stablecoin. So why not invest in the ledger and understand what you hold and possess? So that's just my 2 cents.
A fantastic currency to use for, among other things, hedge funds. We need to move a lot of money very quickly. We make investments all over the world. Our LPs come from all over the world. And using banks to move money is a pain in the I mean, it takes a day or two to move money around the world. And with XRP, our very first close was 50 million. We moved that money in, and I'm not you, in like 3 seconds. And I think it cost 20 or 30 cents. You really need to think about that.
Their technology has essentially solved payments.
They got it. I got it.
It's the difference between a horse and buggy and a Tesla.
And I'd never heard of Ripple at the time. And I thought, and they said, Swift is going to be put out of business by Ripple. And I thought, that's quite handy. I'll phone up Swift and see what they think. That'll make a good story for the paper. And Swift said, actually, we're taking this really seriously. We think it could affect us in lots of ways.
Is there a possibility that Ripple could take over Swift one day?
Well, I think what we're doing and executing on a day-by-day basis is, in fact, taking over Swift. We've now signed up, well over 100 banks. Some of the largest Swift-enabled banks in the world are now using Ripple's technology. Just last week, we saw a remittance company who's using Ripple's technology. They reduced the price per transaction to their consumers from $20 per transaction to $2 per transaction, and they saw an 800% increase in usage overnight. That's the type of dynamic that Swift isn't able to support that we're able to address right now.
In short, Swift is slow and expensive. XRP is fast and cheaper to use. But it's not just about speed. XRP is attempting to take over all retail transactions and international money transfers. Trillions of dollars of dormant capital will be released once Ripple replaces Swift.
Again, to tell you a story, 3 years ago, we actually experimented with 12 banks across different geographies who did not have pre-funding relationship with each other. We gave them a bunch of digital asset called XRP and asked them to use it to see if it works for cross-border payments as a bridge currency. They came back to us after 6 months and they said, look, it works beautifully, but we cannot use this. And there are 2 issues with this. Number 1, it's highly volatile, so we cannot use it. Number 2, my regulator will never allow me to use this. There is no risk weighting to this and it's too volatile. There is no way the central banks will allow me to use this. This was in 2015-16. So we went back to the drawing board and came out with a new product, as I mentioned, ODL, on-demand liquidity. And basically what that product does is, through that product, banks do not have to hold a digital asset on their books. They could leverage that product, connect with a digital asset exchange, which, mind you, is fully licensed and supervised, and then leverage that exchange to source liquidity in real time. And because the entire transaction happens in less than 30 seconds, because of the speed of the ledger, the volatility risk is taken care of. So we removed the 2 big concerns that banks and payment providers had and almost productized it in a way, and then we launched the product last year in October.
You see, the hard part about getting banks to use a blockchain isn't the blockchain, it's everything else. Governance, compliance, integration with banking systems, and so on. Ripple has been making.
So aren't we at that phase now where the governance and the compliance, all that is going on right now? You know what I'm saying? We pretty much passed that phase, to be honest. This is an older documentary, by the way. You know what I'm saying? This is an older video. This is one of the early on videos. If you knew, you knew, but we're pretty much past that phase with governance and compliance. All that's getting wrapped up right now. So the next phase of all this will be utility, okay? Utility of these assets. So we are right there knocking on the door, as you can see in price action, reflecting in price. Some of y'all right now got more money than y'all ever had in your lifetime. So yeah, man. And some people are just coming in this. So for the people that are just coming into this, make sure y'all do what y'all got to do to get enough. I say, again, for the XRP rich list, let me come back over here. If you're brand new to this, okay, everybody's situation is different, but I'm going to say for the people that's brand new, asking what's enough, and you just brand new and you probably been in for a few months, aim for 2,500 XRP, okay? That's the least you can do. I think that's roughly, I think I did the math earlier, it was like $8,000, $9,000 or whatnot. That'll get you in the top 10% of XRP holders, okay? With this, it'll get you in there. So if you're brand new, make sure y'all handle business, okay? Let me continue.
making the right moves with the IMF, central banks, authorities, and regulators all around the world.
We don't think governments are going away. We don't think banks are going away. We don't think fiat currency is going away. But we still think there's a role for digital assets to play in reducing friction and accelerating the speed and reducing costs associated with payments. So when I started to talk to Chris Larson, they were recruiting to hire somebody as COO. Being a Bitcoin enthusiast or crypto enthusiast married with, I thought, a very pragmatic vision of how you actually bring this forward. And revolutions rarely happen by going to the end point first. Instead, I use the expression internally about crawl, walk, run. You got to crawl before you walk, before you run. And I think the progress Ripple's making for the industry is moving the whole revolution forward.
Right now, Ripple's XRP-powered cross-border payment product, On-Demand Liquidity, is moving nearly 10% of the remittance volume from the US to Mexico. $3 billion worth of value to be exact, and that's just one payment corridor that Ripple is targeting.
One of the things that we're seeing at Bitso, and it's very interesting, is that we used to dream about doing cross-border payments or remittances, and this used to be only a vision, and we're starting to see that really happening. If we analyze what we're doing on a weekly basis today, we are at 1.5% of the remittance corridor between the US and Mexico, which is the largest corridor in the world with $35 billion a year. So if you think that's 1.5%, which is nothing, but it's amazing in the dimension of what we're talking about, the opportunity it can blow our minds.
Now, why is this significant? Because we are talking about just one currency pair corridor out of potentially tens of thousands. With more than $5 trillion worth of transactions transferred just by SWIFT alone in a single day, we're looking at a quadrillion-dollar market annually. That being said, as it stands today, there aren't enough XRP in the world at the current price to facilitate the global demand that money transfer requires. So, if XRP is to replace institutional and retail financial systems, it needs to have a much higher price. In other words, the price of XRP has to be higher to increase its liquidity. In theory, in order for XRP to move value equivalent to SWIFT's $5 trillion a day, the price would have to be around $100 per XRP, and that's just SWIFT. Since Ripple has essentially solved payments, almost everything will eventually fall into their system in one way or another.
New companies like Amazon and Uber need a seamless global experience. They don't want to integrate with a new API or 3 different mobile payment companies in every country that they want to communicate with. They need fast payments.
It might seem crazy at first, but just imagine if XRP captures just 10% of the market within the next few years. The sky is truly the limit. The next question is, how do we get there? As Ripple captures more of the market and continues to drive the use of on-demand liquidity, the price of XRP will slowly rise to meet the demand due to the rising volumes of transfers. Once enough currency pair corridors and volume is flowing through the system, there won't be enough XRP in the world to facilitate global demand at current prices.
There won't be enough XRP in the world at some point. So, yeah, man, like I was saying, if you brand new, do what you got to do, okay? If you brand new. Somebody was in here talking about they was slinging pipe, you know what I'm saying? Y'all wild for that, you know what I'm saying? So, but hey, people out here doing what they doing to get to where they need to be at, okay? So, do what y'all need to do.
Therefore, price will need to rise to meet that demand. If Ripple has its way, it will do more than knock out SWIFT. It will have found a way to make money move like information, instantly.
I have to say, this year's been interesting. The rise of digital payments anyway, due to COVID, some big investors throwing the towel in and saying, fine, I was a skeptic, I've changed my mind, Square, PayPal getting involved. I want to hone in on the evolution of what I see going on at Ripple, and you can correct me if I'm wrong. We've seen some management changes, but I also see sort of the building of a facility that plugs directly into exchanges, sourcing liquidity, rebalancing payment flows globally.
Yeah, absolutely. And to your point, our vision really is, how do we make this plug and play as simple as possible to plug in and take advantage of global liquidity across the XRP ecosystem? It is so clear to me more than ever that XRP's speed, its scalability, its incredibly low cost per transaction dynamics make it perfectly suited for the problem we are solving with it. And again, we're seeing that the community behind XRP, the other use cases, we're seeing that grow every week.
Fast forward 2 years. Where's Ripple?
All right, that was it, the end of the video. But yeah, 2 years. It's been about 5-6 years later, and where's Ripple at now? We at the point where we're getting legislation and law passed, and that's pretty much passed us. All bills have been passed, so now we just need Donald Trump to sign off on them. And guess what? We already seeing price appreciation. Y'all are already getting wealthy, okay? A lot of y'all gonna be in here. How many people I got in here? I got 115 people in here. Y'all make sure y'all subscribe, smash that like button. And there's gonna be a lot of millionaires up in this chat just alone. So that's very cool, man. That's very cool. So after, let me read some of these comments. Let me come to the chart right quick. Jara Boy, you say, so after $100 XRP will be price discovery, kind of. We already in price discovery. Every time price creates a new all-time high, it continues to make a new price discovery. Let's look at, for example, let me show you Bitcoin, for example. Every time, whatever market, I don't care what market you're in. For example, if we go back to 2021 for Bitcoin, we can see Bitcoin created this high right here. That was back in 2021, April of 2021, and then we poked through it. As when price poked through that created a new all-time high. But guess what? We just kind of retraced and fell after that. But that was the new all-time high. And then, okay, as that became the new all-time high, price eventually came back up to it. And it poked its head above the all-time high, and it consolidated for several months. Y'all in the chat, tell me what this is right here, because I vividly remember all of this, because this is when I was in the phase of my life where I was learning technical analysis. Okay, y'all in the chat, what is that right there? So it poked above previous all-time high. It retraced to offer what? A discount. It offered a discount. Shout out to you, Jude. And eventually, they offered that discount, and then guess what? It broke out. And when it broke out, it created a new all-time high. And when we're in price discovery, there's no data. So what does that mean? There is nothing to refer to the left of the chart, okay? That's price discovery. There's nothing to refer to. So when we create highs like this right here, we can eventually refer back to that, and we can say, oh, that's the all-time high. We're about to break the all-time high. So when we're just breaking out like we are right now for Bitcoin and XRP, there's no data to refer to. So that means we're in price discovery. So we're only going to continue to create certain patterns. Y'all in the chat that are subscribed, and y'all been subscribed, what are the 4 patterns that I always tell y'all about? What are the 4 scripts? The market only does several things. It repeats over and over again. Consolidation, expansion, retracement, reversal, okay? Consolidation, expansion, retracement, reversal. So along the way to continue higher, the market is going to retrace, it's going to consolidate, it's going to expand higher, and it's going to reverse. What does a reversal look like? This right here. When price went up, and then it reversed and went bearish, okay? Us traders know how to get in that and short this, okay? So if y'all brand new to my channel, if y'all want to learn technical analysis, make sure y'all subscribe. Hit the link in the description. That'll give you access to my Patreon. And if y'all want to learn how to trade and do what I do right up here, y'all get into Patreon. But that's what I mean by price discovery. Let's go back to XRP. And XRP just chopping around a little bit. Is waiting for some type of sponsorship. So this is a 4-hour time frame. Let me go down to the daily. On the daily time frame, look at the daily candle, okay? Like I asked y'all earlier, what's your bias? What is it looking like right now for the bias wise? You can see kind of price drop down inside of that 4-hour fair value gap. And now it's starting to kind of like, it's indecisive right now, okay? You see the body of the candle? There's not a lot of volume in here right now. So what we need is institutional sponsorship to come into play to move price either higher or lower. It doesn't matter to me. So if you're somebody who need XRP, you better pray it comes down lower, okay? You better pray that it comes down lower. But if you're somebody like me, I say fuck that. Keep going higher. You know what I'm saying? Keep going higher, and let's start moving higher. Cause I ain't got no sympathy for nobody. That's just the name of the game, okay? Cause guess what? Y'all had years to get into this. Now, if you brand new, I got some sympathy. I'm like split down the middle. That's just the Gemini in me, where it's like one side of me is like, man, fuck everybody, and then the other side of me is like, nah, man, you know. People, because guess what? I try to tell everybody I possibly could in my life about XRP, and everybody, you know, it's not for everybody, but at least I tried. And then another side of me is like, fuck them then, you know what I'm saying? Just let's go, fuck them. So I did my deed. So I'm like split right down the middle. Like I got some sympathy for people, and then on the other side of me, I don't have no sympathy. Like I don't care. Don't come back down to discount. Do not draw this back down to discount. Fuck them. Don't give them a 334 discount. No. Let's keep going. Because guess what? For us that been in this for years, this is what we've been waiting for. This is what we've been waiting for. Like, let me go back. Let's go out to the 3-month time frame. Let me just show you, okay? For y'all that are brand new to XRP and brand new to my channel, we've been accumulating. Let me highlight this 3-month fair value gap. Right here. This goes back all the way to 2017, right here in this area right here. We was accumulating all through this for years, okay? I'm talking about the pain of just the mental pain, okay? The mental pain of this long-term consolidation, what it did to you. You know what I'm saying? Like, what did it do to you? It for the people that been in this shit tested you. This shit definitely tested you in the type of person you are, okay? This definitely tested you. Especially y'all who don't know how to do technical analysis. If y'all just invested and y'all don't know what's going on with price action, I can only imagine. I'm kind of fortunate because I know what's going on with price, okay? I know how price functions. That's why I learned this skill set. And if you want to learn, click the link to get in my Patreon. Also, I'm about to drop my pro lessons as well. So I spent all weekend creating my pro lessons. I'm about to release that as well. So y'all be on the lookout for the pro lessons to go along with the beginner lessons. And I think I'm going to bundle them up. So y'all can have at it if y'all want to. But let me read some of these comments. Crypto Raider, you said, nah, I'm good. Y'all had years just like me. I'm not split. See, we different. You might be a different sign. You know what I'm saying? I got some compassion in me. You know what I'm saying? I ain't all the way greedful. You know what I'm saying? I got some compassion for others. But damn it, if I told you once and you ain't make a move, that's on you. So to hell with it at the end of the day. Big beat down. I had one friend start buying XRP. In the midst, everyone else was like, nah, shitcoin. Yeah, there was a lot of people saying XRP was a shitcoin. But they didn't watch the video that I just showed y'all. They didn't go to, for example, they didn't come over here to the Ripple's website. They don't have the PDF documents. Those people was just ignorant. You know, that's all you can say. They're just ignorant. Let's go to Ripple. I haven't been to their website in a while. Ripple.com. Let's see what's new on the website. How many of y'all actually come to this website and studied it? Like, you try to, like, how many of y'all went through this website and try to read every damn tab they had to offer, okay? How many of y'all try to read every tab? Look at all the partnerships right there. That ain't even a percentage of partnerships right there. SBI Remit, that's Japan, Trianglo. I'm just saying, how many of y'all went through every one of these partners to research what they're about? You got to do your research, okay? SABB over there in the Middle East, Navati, all these, you know, all these partners, okay? You got to do your research. Trying to understand what the hell this is. Shout out to you, High Five, for doing this, studying everything about this. So, how many of y'all go to the bottom of the website and be like, let me see right quick. Where's the board that leadership? How many of y'all come to the website and select leadership and then y'all actually understand who the hell is behind this damn shit? You know what I'm saying? Stuart Alderati. You just seen him at the a week or two ago. You just seen him, the lawyer, okay? You just seen him at the in the not the White House, but in DC at that crypto hearing with Brad Garlinghouse. How many of y'all understand the board of directors? Okay. How many of y'all understand who Chris Larson is? Brad Garlinghouse. Rosie Rios, you know what I'm saying? Straight from United States Treasury Department. Okay? The last $100 bill that ever was designed was with her. There will be no more $100 bills to ever be designed or created, okay? That's because they were going to a digital system, and She came over to Ripple, the board of Ripple, after resigning her high-paying salary job to come over to Ripple to be a part of what Ripple got going on. I'm just saying. How many of y'all did the research, okay? So if you brand new, you gotta do what you gotta do. I'm just saying. So that's why I say one side of me is like, to hell with them. And then the other side is like, man, they might be a few hours late. So I got some sympathy for them. But let me see how many subscribers I got. 999. Okay, boom. We just hit 1,003 subscribers. I appreciate it. Hopefully they're organic this time. Hopefully ain't no bots in my chat, okay? Hopefully everybody's organic. I want an organic community. I want real human beings. And to hell with them bots and AI and shit. But I appreciate everybody just joining. Shout out to my new subscribers. If y'all want me to cover any other markets, anything, if you're brand new, if you want me to cover any market, send a super chat. I will stop what I'm doing and I will cover whatever market y'all want me to cover if you send a super chat. So that's my new thing. That's what I'm doing. I'm monetized now, so I might as well shit. Let's look at XLM right quick. XLM. How many of y'all in the chat hold XLM? Okay. We got a lot of people that have been late to XRP, and it's looking, XLM is cheaper. It's at 46 cents, but it's looking, it's still at a premium, okay? Which you should have been getting it at. For Profits store. Shout out to you, For Profits. Appreciate you joining. Shout out to you, Uno Bug. Shout out to you. Mark, XLM, XRP. Okay, I'm gonna ask this. How many of y'all just hold XRP and XLM? Y'all don't hold nothing else? Do we have some of those out there? Do we have some people like this that just hold XLM and XRP and don't hold nothing else? If y'all don't know, XLM, so for the people that don't know, XLM is a clone copy of XRP. Okay, what's the, is it Jed McCaleb? Jed McCaleb, he founded Ripple with Chris Larson, and then they branched off, and Jed went over and created Stellar, and they cloned the XRP ledger, and now they got the Stellar network. So they're pretty much a carbon copy of each other, and they work hand in hand. Okay, they got different tasks that they're going at, different markets that they're going after, but they pretty much do the same function. Okay, and at the end of the day, they're pretty much going to be working together. It's called interoperability. Let me read these comments. Gilberto, shout out to you. Me, okay. Brittany, XLM and Hbar, shout out to you, Brittany. We're gonna cover Hbar in a minute. Barton K, Hbar, XLM, Ando, Ada, okay. Curtis, I bought XRP for $1.79. I bought XRP for $1.79 at $2 and at $2.50, at $3 and at $3.41. I'll buy it at $25 and $50. Well, Curtis, you gonna have to do what you gotta do, Curtis. I ain't buying it at $25. I ain't buying it at $50. Okay, that's $50. How many you gonna get? Okay, let's do this math. I'm gonna do some simple math. How much does 100 XRP cost at $50? Jara Boy, I'm gonna do that in a second. I appreciate the super chat. I'm gonna look at VeChain here in a second, Jara Boy. 1 second. I got you. Trust me, I got you. $100 XRP at $50. Excuse me. 100 XRP at $50 is $5,000. Okay, so that shit ain't gonna be cheap at all to get 100. But at one point we was getting hundreds in our sleep. You know what I'm saying? So it's just a different game now. Big beatdown. XRP and Algo. Okay. Sha Swag. XRP, XLM, XDC, Hbar, and SHX. And Flare. Okay. Barton K. Cold wallets. Protect yourself. Yeah, make sure y'all do y'all security checks. Let me ask this question. I gotta look out for my people that subscribe. Do y'all have cold storage? Okay. If you don't, and I'm not over here promoting no cold storage, but how many people just got all their crypto on the exchange? I'm just curious. It's 2025. How many of y'all have most of your crypto on an exchange? And I got you, Jaro Boy. I'm gonna cover here in a second. Brittany, you got a Ledger wallet? Lenny, you say hell no. Mark, Treasure, some on exchange. Okay. That girl, shout out to you, that girl. Shout out to all the ladies as well. I need, my my analytics show that I'm like 90% male, and it's like was really like 90%, 95% male, and like 3% women. So shout out to all the ladies that's just joining the live stream. We need more women investing and doing right with their money, okay? A lot of women is blowing this money. We trying to get y'all on the right path. Ledger and Tangent, okay. So what I prefer is I moved away a long time ago from Ledger. If y'all don't know, I moved away from Ledger. I don't use Ledger no more. Y'all should know why. I don't use Ledger no more. I mainly use I like Alipal wallets and Decent wallets. And anything else that's air gapped. If it says air gapped cold wallet, I'm into that. Okay. That's just my preference. I'm not over here promoting anything. I'm just letting y'all know that y'all should be doing y'all security. Okay. And y'all need to buy a safe and a Faraday bag and all that, so you can store that away. Don't let nobody know where your shit is. And at some point, institutions are going to offer custody for our crypto. So you need to be able to hold on until that point, okay? You need to be able to store your crypto and hold on until we get some type of institutional custody of our digital assets. For profit you said I need something less complicated. So let me get this right out. Let me get this out the way right quick. I got a super chat, and if y'all want to send a super chat, y'all make sure y'all send a super chat. If y'all want me to cover anything y'all want me to cover. Let me pull up VeChain right quick. VeChain. How many of y'all hold VeChain? How many of y'all hold VeChain? VeChain, I haven't heard nothing from VeChain in a long time. So how many of y'all hold VeChain? All right, this is a monthly time frame for VeChain. Brittany, if you ask me why, Ledger they've been having all kind of scandals. I don't know, man. It's a security thing they've been having. They kind of like they've been getting hacked as well for customer data information and all that. So if you purchase a Ledger from Ledger, okay, your data and your information probably got hacked at some point. And there was also like a backdoor. I've been left them a while ago, but they had like a backdoor feature where your crypto could be possibly compromised if you downloaded the feature. It's been a while since I've been over there. And then also they got other stuff. Y'all in the chat, please drop more information. What else has been going on with Ledger as of lately? I've been left Ledger years ago. Air gap wallets. Yes, air gap wallets is like offline, okay? If you got an air gapped wallet, it's offline, 100% complete. So if you got a wallet that has Bluetooth connection, you pretty much can be susceptible to hacking, okay? I decided to go with a wallet in a cold storage device that has no internet connection at all. So when you're dealing with these digital assets, you're dealing with the internet, okay? So y'all got to understand that. Chester, shout out to you, Chester Lester. What's the best cold wallet now? I can't tell you what's the best cold wallet right now, but I'll tell you my preference. My preference is air-gapped devices. So whenever you go on Google or go online, just type in air-gapped cold wallet devices. They're probably going to have a large array of different devices, different companies. And that's all I'm going to tell you. I have a Alipal. So if y'all want to go look at Alipal, y'all can go do that as well. So, and it's also good practice just to have multiple devices, you know what I'm saying? Just have multiple devices just for emergency as well. So it's good practice. So VeChain, y'all in the chat, how many people own VeChain? How many of y'all hold VeChain? Okay. VeChain is currently trading at 2 pennies. VeChain is currently trading at 2 pennies. It opened up in 2023. Nah, this can't be right. This can't be right. This Coinbase. Let me see right quick. 1 second. Yeah, Coinbase on that bullshit. VeChain hit the market back in 2018, okay? 2018. Victor. 1 second. Victor, you said, I haven't heard nothing about VeChain. What you mean? Last WrestleMania was sponsored by VeChain. I'm not saying that, Victor. I haven't, because let's get this understood. I'm not in every asset. You know what I'm saying? I can't be in every asset. I'm into what I'm into. And I'm not knocking VeChain. I actually think VeChain has utility and purpose. Okay, so most of these things that I'm talking about has utility and purpose. So I simply am saying I have not heard anything as of lately. I don't watch WrestleMania. I got other shit to do with my time. I don't be watching WrestleMania. All I can focus is on this money. I got to focus on my, my community. I focus on my hobbies, and I focus on family and other shit. I don't watch WrestleMania. So if they sponsor WrestleMania, I miss that. So right now it's currently trading at 2 pennies. So it's clearly at a discount. Let me drop out to like a higher time frame. Let's go out to the 6-month time frame. What I'm doing is I'm zooming out to get a longer term perspective. So we got a lot going on right here. Y'all in the chat, y'all tell me what this is right here. You see this candle? What am I highlighting right here? This candle right here, what is that? For profits. Said, I'm glad I came across your channel, my brother. I'm locked in. Appreciate it. And if y'all really locked in, y'all come over and sign up to the Patreon. Y'all get more insight. You know what I'm saying? Y'all will get more insight. And yes, y'all are correct. It's a BISI, buy side and balance, sell side and inefficiency. Y'all sign up to the Patreon. It's linked to the comment section. But let's highlight this BISI. It's a discount. It's a fair value gap at discount. I'm going to highlight that. Buy side and balance, sell side and inefficiency. You can see how price trades down into that. It offered you a discount. So around 2023 was the best time to get it. Okay. When it dropped down to discount, it was roughly, 1 penny. So you could have got it at 1 penny, and it's only at 2 pennies. So you kind of can chase this one, because guess what? The first half of the year, it dropped down to discount. Let me go down to the monthly. So you can see how price is respecting and dropping down to this level. Okay, you can see how every time it drops down to this level that I got highlighted, it's offering a buying opportunity at discount. So right now, price is kind of moving away. It's running away from the discount. But hell, from 1 penny to 2 penny, you kind of can chase this. So it's actually at a discount. Okay, still kind of at a discount. It's moving away from the discount. And it's really chopping around. It's really high resistance. It's really in a consolidation. So it's been very volatile. So you got to kind of, what I'm going to say with VeChain, since y'all know so much about it, what kind of partnerships besides WrestleMania, okay? What kind of partnerships does VeChain currently have that are recognizable and are doing big things? Because if you don't know, VeChain got competition. Isn't Hbar? Y'all, I'm going to leave it to y'all. Y'all in the chat, who is VeChain's competition? Who are they competing with? But VeChain is at a discount if y'all don't, if you must know, it's at a discount. Victor, you said, no, I know, didn't mean it that way. Just wanted to let you know. Okay, I got you, Victor. Again, I don't take nothing. It's hard to understand what people are saying through text. So if I kind of take something the wrong way, because sometimes you got to kind of, you got to be cautious with people. I'm not taking nothing serious. I might, I might be misreading it. I know y'all do that in y'all personal life as well. Y'all might misread a text and you might take it the wrong way. So ain't nothing personal over here. That girl, you said, why are we discussing VeChain when your video says XRP? You know why, that girl? You know why? Because if you send a super chat, that's a part of my channel. If you don't know, if you send a super chat and if you send a super chat, I will discuss whatever market you want me to discuss. So we have somebody that sent me a super chat and I'm just going over the market that they want me to go over. Okay. So that's part of my thing. Okay. So if you're brand new, we're definitely talking about XRP. I think you kind of came in late as well. I started the whole live stream off with XRP. So just kind of get comfortable, pull up your chair, just get a little comfortable. Okay. So again, if y'all don't know, if you want me to cover any markets y'all want me to cover, send a super chat and I'll cover it. Okay. So it could be $1. I don't give a damn. Send a super chat. I'll cover what y'all want me to cover. So hopefully that answers your question. Right now it's at a discount. Okay. It's really consolidating. VeChain is at a discount. It's at 2 pennies. You can't beat that. Okay. So I'm going to move on. Come back over here. All right, XRP, like y'all want to see, it's just consolidating. I'm gonna go back to XLM here in a minute. It's just consolidating. Let's go down to the 15-minute time frame. That's intraday price action. And as you can see Asia session goes from 8 o'clock p.m., 12 o'clock midnight Eastern Standard Time. We're just consolidating. You see that? what it's doing is engineering liquidity. I want to see, what we need is institutional sponsorship. We need an institution to come in and push this higher. If we don't, they're going to sell it off and they're going to drop it down to that daily fair value gap. We got a lot of liquidity below the market. So there's a lot of pending orders below price. 219 Fisherman. I'm having a feeling this time around, some of these coins will never see the lows we've seen before due to how our government is getting involved in a highly positive way. 2119 Fisherman, you're 100% right. We're not coming back to those lows. Victor Gonzalez, V-Chain Partner, UFC, Walmart, China, BMW, and many others. Shout out to you. That girl, brother, you ain't heavy, but I am definitely too broke. Waiting on crypto boom. I don't know what you talking about, that girl. Brother, you ain't heavy. I don't know what you talking about. When you say I ain't heavy, I don't know. But this is intraday price action for XRP. Now let's go look at, let's say, XLM. Let me go back. They're gonna make me do this. All right, XLM. Back at XLM. Okay, I got you. And it's not a donation. It's just a supporting the channel. I ain't asking for no donation. I'm monetized now. If you don't know, I just became monetized. So why not use the feature of monetization? Okay, so I ain't begging on here. I ain't asking for donations. It could be $1. I don't give a damn. Because I get a lot of requests of people asking me to cover multiple markets. So I can't cover everything at once. So if you really want me to cover something, you send a super chat. And if you want further insight, you know what I'm saying, sign up to the Patreon. The Patreon is in the link in the description below. So XLM on the monthly time frame, we got 2 weeks left on the monthly. XLM currently trading at 46 cents. It's at a premium. Some of y'all might be like, well, shit, that's 46 cents is cheap. No, you could have been getting it at a discount, okay? When it was at discount, it was trading around 20 cents. This is when you should have been accumulating back in April of this year. I know damn for sure I was in here scooping this up right here at this level right here. Okay, right at 20 cents, 19 cents. I put a heavy order in to accumulate some XLM. Okay, do you think I'm chasing it now? Hell no, I'm not chasing this now. I could chase it because you know how I could. Let's drop down to the weekly. I don't chase price. Let's go down to the daily. On the daily time frame, if I wanted to chase price, okay, let's just say price starts running higher and you really wanted to chase it. Y'all in the chat, what is this right here? What is this candle representing right here in the chat? Similar to XRP, right? Real similar to XRP. Got a daily what below price? Shout out to you, Lenny. It's a daily busy buy side and balance, sell side inefficiency / fair value gap. So if I really wanted to chase price in a breakout, you got to let it return down to a discount. You don't want to, listen, if you're brand new, I'm an analyst. This is what I do. You don't want to be chasing price when you see green candles, when you see it going higher. You want to buy when price is going down, okay? You see these dark candles? These are my bearish candles. You only want to buy when price retraces. Don't be chasing as it goes up. You want to buy when it goes down. And as it drops down, here goes specific levels in price. Specific levels in price that you can accumulate at a discount. So right now it's at 46 cents. You could have recently got it at 43 cents. I know that ain't much of a difference, but hey, it's better than 46 cents. And now you can see what price, what it's trying to do. It's trying to reach for higher liquidity. For profits, yes, I do trade. Or do you buy and hold? I'm mainly a trader. I buy and hold digital assets, okay? I do both. Do I got to do this again? Let me do this again, okay? Let me do this. I used to do this a lot on my channel just to get clarity, okay? Just to get some confirmation. Trading versus investing. And I do both, so don't get it conflicted. I'm mainly a trader though, okay? Let's go to images. And let me find a good one for y'all to highlight right here. I'm gonna do this right quick. And let's get it understood. Let's get some clarity. All right. So trading versus investing, how do they differ? Okay. Y'all in the chat. I got 80 people in here. Thank y'all for the 1,000 subscribers. I appreciate everybody that subscribed. Make sure y'all subscribe if y'all haven't. I need y'all in the chat to participate. I got 83 people in the live stream. I need all 83 of y'all to participate so we can see what y'all do. Do y'all invest or do y'all trade? Okay. How many of y'all are investing? How many of y'all like to trade? Trading is short term. Short-term trading lasts between minutes and weeks. Investing is long-term, years and decades. So which one are y'all? Or do y'all want to be both? Y'all let me know in the chat. Mainly futures trading for profits. Futures trading. I'm a futures trader. Started off in Forex, but now I'm a futures trader. I don't really do options. Futures blows options out the water. Okay, I don't do options. So we got a consensus. That girl, too scared to trade, not yet. So if you're too scared to trade, that girl, I got lessons that you need a foundation. You also need some mentorship. So sign up to the Patreon. Mark, you said invest, want to learn to trade. If you want to learn to trade, sign up to the Patreon. For profits, you like to do both. Shout out to you, Mary G. Investing, Big Dre, both. Shout out to you, Big Dre. Jara Boy, investing. Lawrence, investing, but you're learning to trade. Shout out to you because you're in the Patreon. Shout out to you, Lawrence. Shy Swag, been in for 5 years. So Shy Swag, you a long-term investor. High five. Congrats on the 1,000. You putting in that consistent work. Shout out, I appreciate it, high five. You've been here early, high five, and you've been seeing the elevation and the growth, so appreciate it. Ray Royce, you're an investor. For profits, I started with Forex too. That's where I started. Big beat down, 80% investor, 20% trader. I'm like 90% trader, 10% investing. That's the difference. 219 fisherman. What next to expect for XRP ETFs? We need to expect that damn lawsuit to end. That's what's next for me. And I don't really care for ETFs. Once they announce that they got futures and derivatives for XRP, that's way bigger than ETFs. I don't know why people get it confused, but ETFs are important as well. So, but now we got futures market, we got futures trading for XRP as well. Black Wolf, shout out to you. You an investor. Red Pill, 100% investor. Calvin Terrell, shout out to you both. Okay. Victor, mostly investing for me. Brittany, investing, learning to trade. Shout out to you, Brittany. Mary G, how does taxes work with trading? You get tax deductible. So if you're a trader, if you got an LLC, okay, they treat you different. The IRS looks at you different because you're trading under an entity. So the capital that you're putting to work, is used as business capital, okay? So they don't tax you like somebody who's just trading, okay? Like an individual and you're going in there trading. No, you're being taxed as a business, and the money that you're putting in is a tax write-off, to be honest. It's a tax write-off. So if you take losses in trading, they look at that as lost capital in business if you're a trader. So it's a whole different world. Y'all need to lock in, because I'm trying to tell you, trading under a business is a whole different world. And you get treated like, you get all these deductibles, and it's a different business. And guess what? It's low overhead, okay? It's zero low overhead. Your overhead is computer equipment, laptops, and internet connection. And you could be remote. You can be anywhere in the world. So it's a different ball game. You just got to learn the skill. That's why I always tell people, learn the skill first. It's going to take some years. It ain't going to happen overnight. Learn the skill, and then you can elevate into a whole new ball game. Red Pill, do we need to report these profits for crypto on our taxes? You might want to. And if you're looking to take profits, what I suggest you should do is find you a tax attorney, find you an accountant, okay? Don't try to do this shit on your own. Take time in your local area and find somebody who can handle crypto taxes, okay? So move wisely. Jara Boy, you said learning to trade also. Sorry, shout out to you. George, I invest mainly, but I try to trade a little. 219 Fisherman, did Brad make a video with the case is over, was done? I don't know. Is that breaking news? That girl, how do you like the sound of Ripple Bank? Ripple is the bank. We kind of been knowing this for years, that Ripple was going to be a bank. So it definitely sounds good if that's what you ask me. So what my point is If you want to learn how to trade, click the link in the description for the Patreon. We're focusing on short-term day trading, trading the futures market, and we take profits. This is what I do. My profits from trading, I invest long-term in the digital assets. It's a hack, okay? All right. So I just had to bring that up right quick. I'm all over the place tonight. I ain't really structured tonight, but it's all good. Hopefully I'm giving y'all some value as well. I also had this article I wanted to read. Let me pull this up right quick. Let me see if I can find it. All right, here we go. Shout out to y'all on the Patreon who dropped this. This was released today. So XRP recognized by the BIS, okay? XRP recognized by the BIS. If y'all don't know who the BIS is, it's the Bank of International Settlements, okay? As a replacement for cross-border payments, okay? BIS, Bank of International Settlement, is a replacement for cross-border payments. They're saying XRP is. So if y'all hold XRP, understand what is being said right here. One more time for the slow people in the back. XRP recognized by the Bank of International Settlements as a replacement for cross-border payments, tapping into over 1.9 quadrillion in annual global settlements, okay? This is the type of money we talking about. So yes, XRP is currently trading at $3 and some change. Global, okay? You can't even count. You can't. 1.9 quadrillion, not trillion, not billion, quadrillion, almost 2 quadrillion in annual global payments. XRP recognized by the Bank of International Settlements. If you don't know who they are, go Google them. I actually got PDF documents from the BIS as a replacement cross-border payment tapping into over 2 trillion in global settlements. So that's what I mean by you need to understand what you hold, what you need to understand what you're investing in. So, okay, look at this picture. This is the perfect picture right here. On this screen right here, which one would you prefer to have? Let's just say over here, this is $1 million, okay? Let's just say this is $1 million. Let's just say this right here is $1,000 XRP. Which one would you prefer to have? Appreciate it, Jarwo boy. I got you. I got you right up next. So for the people that's brand new, we're still talking about XRP. Don't get frustrated, that girl. Do not get frustrated. We're gonna get through this. I gotta make this entertaining. Y'all didn't answer my question. Which one would you prefer to have? And tell me why. Give me in a brief statement. Tell me why would you want to prefer to have XRP over this fiat currency over here on the right? You say you're taking $1 million and then buying XRP? Daryl, I expected better from you, Daryl. I expected better from you. Oh, boom, perfect answer. Big beat down. XRP for the utility. So Daryl, I was expecting you to be I was expecting you to say something along those lines. The reason me personally, I'm going to take the XRP is because it's the digital, do I got to scroll up again? XRP recognized by the BIS as a replacement cross-border payments system, okay? Tapping into over 1.9 quadrillion annual global settlements, okay? And you gonna tell me you gonna take the $1 million? You gonna tell me you gonna take the $1 million? When this shit is infinite, that's what y'all not seeing yet. This shit is gonna be infinite. It's not gonna come down, okay? Once it gets going and there's utility going, this is the financial rails of the banking system. If you just watched the video that I played earlier, it's gonna be a supply shock, okay? Everybody ain't gonna be able to own this. Everybody in here that own this, I don't care if you got 1,000 XRP. You might have to disappear off the face of this earth, okay? You're gonna have to just disappear and just move away. You're not gonna be able to associate with your old friends, your old family members. You're gonna have to kind of go ghost, okay? I might have to go ghost. I don't know how long this YouTube shit gonna last. I'm here right now to try to be, on my Kobe Bryant shit, you know what I'm saying? No, not Kobe Bryant, but I'm trying to do as much positive impact on y'all while I can, and then I'm gone. Okay, I'm gonna be here for a minute. Shout out to you, Brittany. XRP for the scarcity can't be printed. No, it can't be printed. The dollar can be printed as much as they want to. But guess what? The digital dollars, okay, the digital dollars that Trump just signed into law, they're going to be flowing on top of this, okay? So essentially, all the dollars that people are going to be using in the world, in society, that are using American dollars, they're going to have to use and transact on this network right here. Do I got to bring this up again? Do I have to do this again? Okay, do I have to pull this up again? Again, look at the transaction. These are all stable coins that just went into law Friday, okay? It just went into law Friday. You can now use legal digital currency, okay? And it's flowing on the XRP ledger, okay? So all those dollars, that $1 million that you said you would take, well, the $1 million got to be running on this network. Okay, so hopefully you understanding, you know what I'm saying? Rethink that, Daryl. Come on now. Let me refresh that. So let me get this out the way. Jara boy, you sent me Corium. Let's pull up Corium. And I'm gonna come back to that in a minute. Let's pull up Corium. Ooh, XDC looking good as well. Corium. What's the ticker for Corium? Do y'all know Corium? Let me see. Corium. All right, Corium Crypto USD. This is it right here. Big Dre, you said once I bounce, delete these videos so nobody can see me in here. I got you. I definitely, I'm only here for a short time. You know what I'm saying? I don't know how long I'm gonna be here. Cause if XRP fuck around and go to like, let that shit fuck around and go to like, really can go to $100. I'm gonna have to disappear, but let that shit fuck around and go to like 4,000, 5,000. Let it go to like some people, which don't ask me how high I think XRP can go. Some people saying XRP can go to like $100,000 plus. Okay, so which I don't know, man. I don't know. I don't know if I can handle that. You know what I'm saying? I don't know if a lot of y'all can handle that. Victor Gonzalez. I mean into 1 million drops, just like Satoshi. Okay, I got you. Yes, I remember Bitcoin was like $10 and shit in 2010. I was in college and whatnot. I remember in 2010, Bitcoin was like $10. It wasn't my time. But Jara boy, this is Corium. How many of y'all in the chat own Corium or hold Corium? I want to see who all holds it. Y'all let me know in the chat. I forget Corium. I'm familiar with it, but is it on the XRP ledger as well? Y'all let me know in the chat. I forget. I forget what Corium is doing. But right now it's at 15 cents. Okay, it's at 15 cents. Mark, you said at $100 I'm set. I don't even want to talk about it, Mark. I ain't gonna say where I'm gonna be set at. I don't even want to say, you know what I'm saying? I can't talk about it. But Corium, let me show you. Y'all in the chat. What is this candle right here? What am I trying to highlight? What am I trying to represent right there? Okay, what is this? What is this candle right here? It's a layer one. I remember them talking about it a few years ago. It came out, but like I said, I was already in too deep. I can't be in every asset. So shout out to y'all that are diversified. I can't be in every asset. And yes, Lawrence, you're correct. It's a BISI, buy side imbalance, sell side inefficiency. So what is this telling you? I need more. I need the engagement. What is this telling you right now for Corium? What is it telling you right now for Corium? Is it let me help y'all out. Is it at a discount or is it at a premium? Y'all tell me in the chat. Is it at a discount or is it at a premium? Big beat down. Shout out to you. It's at a discount. Lawrence, it's at a discount. Shout out to you, Richard. It's at a discount. Red Pill Awakening. So, but how much money do you need before you can be happy? I'm happy now. So life ain't about money. I'm happy already. I'm just happy to be able to get on here and help other people. You know what I'm saying? Learn this skill set. That's one thing I want to continue to do, regardless of how much money I got. I want to be able to help other people, learn, and just be of value to other people. So I'm happy right now. It ain't about the money. Money is just digits on the screen. You know what I'm saying? It is what it is. You can't take this shit with you. And If you decide to pass it to your children, you don't know if they're going to do right with it anyway. So you just don't know. You got to be happy right now in the moment. No, it's not at a premium. That girl. It's not at a premium. Sign up to the Patreon. We're going to learn you today. We're going to learn you. Okay? I want to learn you. It's at a discount. It's not at a premium. Oh, Lenny, you said it's at a premium discount? So yes, it's at a premium discount. It's at a discount. But if you don't know, the midway point, below the midway point is a discount. Above it is a premium, even though this is entire discount. So if you wanted a deeper discount, you want to set limit orders below the midway point of the fair value gap. Okay? But you can still be purchasing this in here right now. So it's currently at 15 cents at a discount. So for Jara Boy, do you hold this Jara Boy or are you looking to purchase this? And do we have other people in here that's looking to purchase XRP at these prices? I mean, not XRP. Corium. Is anybody trying to purchase Corium at these prices? But as you zoom out, man, shit, it looks very bad. I'm going to tell you, okay, I'm going to ask y'all this. What does Corium need, okay? In order for price to move with volume, what does it need? What does it need? Y'all tell me in the chat. What does it need? Zeph, you said I signed up to the Patreon today, boss man. Okay, Zeph, I'll see you in the Patreon. Appreciate it. Appreciate you joining. Hopefully it's a value to you. Hopefully I'm providing value. Also, I'm about to release the pro lesson, so y'all be on the lookout for that. Shout out to you, Daryl. It needs sponsorship. It needs institutional sponsorship. We need large capital to come in and push this market. So right now it's lacking the institutional sponsorship. So what it needs is smart money, institutions to come in the market to push it. Retail cannot push the market. Us, everybody in here, if we all put our money together, we can't move the markets, okay? Only large capital, only smart money can actually drive the markets higher or lower. And y'all are correct. See the engagement? See y'all learning? That's all I care about. It ain't really about the money. The money gonna come regardless. And I'm a capitalist at the end of the day. I'm going to hustle. But as long as you providing value to other people, money ain't a thing, to be honest. Y'all are correct. So let's come back. Let's take a peek at let's look at Hbar. Let's look at Hbar. Let's take a peek at Hbar. Jar Boy. Hopefully that was of value to you. And if y'all want me to cover anything, y'all send a super chat and I'll cover whatever markets y'all want me to cover. It doesn't matter. You can send $1. All right, Hbar. Okay, we're gonna get back to XRP for the ones that just came over here. We cover again. I cover everything. Okay, I look at multiple markets. I look at currencies. I look at commodities. I look at gold and silver. I look at oil. I look at grains. I look at crypto. I look at foreign exchange. I look at the bonds and the treasury markets. I look at all markets because they're all correlated. And you need to have a higher understanding of what one market is doing and what the other market is doing. Okay, so that's called intermarket analysis. So we have multiple markets that I cover. So this is Hbar. Appreciated that, girl. $3 super chat. Is there anything you want me to cover, that girl? This is your opportunity to let me know. Let me know, or are you just sending that just for gratefulness? I appreciate it though. Lenny, the NASDAQ, MNQ. Okay, we're going to cover that as well. Before I cover that, I need that girl. That girl, do you want me to cover any market before I move on? Okay, we're good? All right, appreciate it. All right, Lenny, let's go ahead and pull it up. The micro NASDAQ, MNQ. So if you're not in the Patreon, you're not in the Discord, this is what we cover. This is what we trade, the NASDAQ futures market. So let me pull it up. It's currently the September contract, as you can see. Let me go out. Okay, let me show y'all. Let me explain right quick. The futures markets are not like traditional markets, okay? They have contracts that expire every quarter. So every 3 months, the contracts expire, and then we roll over into a new contract. So right now, we're in the contract month of September. If you don't know, the stock market is breaking new all-time highs. So the NASDAQ, the S&P, it continues to break all-time highs. It's also in price discovery, just like Bitcoin, just like crypto. Everything is going up. You know why? Before I cover this, Lenny, let me show y'all why everything is going up. Let me pull this up right quick. Let me pull this up. go to the dollar. Okay, let's go to the United States dollar. The dollar, I got a lot of stuff on my chart. Let me clean this up. Okay, you got a trade going on? Okay, I got you, Lenny. 1 second. Let me cover this right quick. The dollar, why everything is going up, the dollar is selling off. So what in the chat, what does that mean if the dollar is selling off? In the chat, if the dollar is selling off, because the dollar has heavy influence over everything else because it's the world reserve currency, okay? Now we're getting into foreign exchange talk. The dollar is the world reserve currency. So whenever the dollar sells off, what does that mean for assets? Okay, what does that mean for assets? I'm looking for the answer, and then I'm gonna come back to the MNQ, the micro Nasdaq. Yes, Lawrence, you're correct. So whenever y'all see the dollar selling off, so I use the dollar. I don't trade the dollar. I use it as an indicator. Whenever the dollar sells off, that's a risk-on environment for commodities, assets. Okay, that pushes prices higher in other markets because what they're doing is they're printing money. So when they print money, okay, when they print money, because they lying to y'all, they definitely print money. Whenever they print money into the economy, that weakens the dollar. So we see a sell-off in the dollar, just like that, okay? As more money comes into the economy, that allows people to have more money, especially large corporations, investors. That gives them more capital to invest into assets. So more cash into society, and also you got to include the interest rates as well. More cash drives down the dollar. That means people have more capital to invest. So what we've been seeing in the NASDAQ and the S&P and Bitcoin and crypto and gold, all these assets have been pushing higher, okay? We at levels we never seen before. So let's come back to the NASDAQ. This is the micro NASDAQ. If you don't know, the micro NASDAQ is different from the mini NASDAQ. The micro NASDAQ is affordable. If you're somebody with like $500 to $1,000, you can get started. But if you're somebody who want to get into the minis, you need about $10,000 to $100,000, okay? You just need more capital to trade those markets. And this is where big money is. The big money is always in these markets. So this is a monthly time frame. As you can see, this was the previous all-time high right here, okay? We just punched through that this month. And we've been in there trading this. We've been pushing higher. We've been trading, etc. So we just punched through that this month, like last week, I believe. Now let's go down to the weekly. So Lenny, we just began the new week of trading. We got 4 days left, okay? We just punched through the all-time high. It's clear as day where price wants to reach for, right? We're in price discovery. So we're going to continue to look for buying opportunities. One second. We're going to continue to look for buying opportunities in the NASDAQ, okay? So from the daily, Lenny, what's the daily bias, okay? Monday, this is the weekly candle. What's our weekly bias? Weekly bias simply means the direction in price. So are we going to go higher or are we going to go lower in price? Do you see price coming down and taking out liquidity below the market? Lenny, you're bullish? Okay, because it's clear as day. Where's the liquidity? If you don't know, the liquidity is resting above the previous week's high and the previous week's low. So what I'm about to do is I'm going to go down to the daily. We know we got 4 days in the week or 5 days in the trading week. Going down to the daily. Okay, Lenny, on the daily time frame, we can see price bullish. We're in a buy program. You see how long it's been going higher? You know what I'm saying? It's just been stair-stepping higher for months, all the way back since April 2025. Let me illustrate it. From April 2025, the market has just been stepping higher in the NASDAQ. Very bullish, okay? The dollar has been selling off. That's forcing the stock market, that's forcing crypto to continue to go higher, just like that. Yes, we're gonna go back to it, Brittany. I'm gonna show you. And if you don't know, BSI stands for buy side imbalance, sell side inefficiency. So now let me zoom in right quick. So it is currently Monday because it's Asia right now. It's Asia session going on. It's 9:58 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, about to be 10 p.m. So we're currently in Asia. It's already Monday in Asia. In the United States, we're still in U.S. time. So we're not in our Monday. Our Monday in America starts at 12 o'clock midnight. So y'all in the chat, Brittany, you got it right here. What is this right here? Y'all engage. This applies to all markets. What is that right there? It's a BSI. It's a buy side imbalance, sell side inefficiency. Let me highlight it for you. Right there. Okay. Now, price is currently moving higher, but You don't want to ignore this because there's a high possibility that price can come down and trade down here. Now, Lenny, one of my rules is I don't trade on Sundays, and I'm about to show you why I don't trade on Sundays. Sundays don't really offer a lot of volume in the market. They don't offer a lot of opportunity. So if we look at the economic calendar for the week, if you're in the Patreon and you're in the Discord, and I'm gonna go over this tonight. I'm gonna drop this on y'all tonight when I log off of this. We already see on Monday we don't have no news. So what does that mean if you're in the Discord, in the Patreon? What does that mean? Because we don't see no news on Monday. And then guess what? Directly after Monday, guess who speaks on Tuesday? And if you're in the Patreon, you know what happens when this motherfucker come up here and speak, okay? You already know what happens. So there's no news on Monday. And then on Tuesday, we got Jerome Powell speaking on Tuesday. And you already know the market effect that he brings. Okay, you already know the market effect that he brings. That's like Satan coming out of nowhere. He just, you know what I'm saying? It's like the agent in the Matrix where he just disrupts everything. So let me come back to it. So this a BISI. This is a discount. Okay. Also, this is more advanced. What is this right here? Y'all see this wick? Y'all see that wick right there? I'm gonna highlight that. What is that wick right there? And we already used it so far. So that's a very bullish indicator. Shout out to you, Daryl. But what kind of ghost pool? Okay, it's a ghost pool. But guess what? We traded through it. You see how we traded through it? And guess what? We're returning back to it. This is going to be in the pro lessons, by the way. This is in the pro lessons. We traded back down into it. So what does that ghost pool turn into? What does that ghost pool turn into? Boom, there you go, Daryl. Shout out. You're on point today, Daryl. It's an inversion. So now it's like, you know how I got 3 types of fair value gaps? A BISI, SIBI, and inversion fair value gap. Well, this is a ghost pool that we traded through. We normally could trade into this and reject it. But in this case, we traded through it. That's very bullish that we traded through that. Took out liquidity, and then we returned to it, okay? We returned down into it. Now look at this candle right here on Monday. You already see how we traded down to the top of it, right? And rejected it and started going higher. That's very bullish. So it looks like out the gate on Sunday, the NASDAQ wants to continue higher. So now let's drop down intraday. Let's go down from the daily down to the hourly. So anything below the daily time frame is hourly price action. It's hourly price action. So let me throw up my daily dividers. Let me show you. 1 second. Weekly and daily dividers. And I'm gonna set up my chart for the week. So let me drag this up over to the right. So I'm gonna show you. Sunday the day begins on Sunday at 6 o'clock p.m. Eastern Standard Time. So 6 p.m. to 12 o'clock midnight. Okay, 6 p.m. to 12 o'clock midnight. That starts the day. That's not a lot of time in the day, Lenny. And I'm gonna tell you why the market kind of is pushing higher here in a minute. I gave y'all homework yesterday. So what was the homework that I told you to do? What was the homework that I told y'all to do if y'all watched the live stream the other day, or which was yesterday morning? What was the homework? Remember I told y'all to find Friday's close? I told y'all to find the Friday's closing price, and I told you to find the opening price on Sunday, okay? Y'all remember that? Find the closing price on Friday, which is at 4 o'clock p.m. Friday, and then the market opens at, there y'all go. Shout out to you. Shout out to you. Y'all are right. Not NY. The new week opening gap. That's what it stands for. I ain't gonna talk too much about it, okay? We ain't gonna discuss too much. If y'all want more insight, y'all sign up to the Patreon. So what I'm doing is I'm highlighting the closing price from Friday, which I already got it highlighted. I did that yesterday during the live stream. And then I'm gonna clone it. And what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna find the opening price right there, okay? The opening price on Sunday right there. And I'm gonna highlight the midway point. So I normally take a Fibonacci. I drop it from the high of the gap down to the low. And would you look at that? You know what I'm saying? Do y'all think this shit is random? Now I'm gonna clone it. I'm gonna find the midway point. Find the midway point, just like that. And now what it looks similar to a fair value gap, but I go into more details in the Patreon once I drop my pro lessons. So you can see how it gaps open. It gaps open higher, and then the following candle, okay? Do you see the following candle right here? It drops down into it. And when it dropped down into it, now every Sunday doesn't do this, but it drops down into it and it offers a buying opportunity. Do you think that's random? Do you think that's random how it almost comes down to the 0.75 level? But it drops into the gap, and let's just hypothetically say you place a limit order. You said that's where I got in. Boy, Lenny, you've been sniping lately, man. You've been sniping, Lenny. So pretty much, boom, look at this. You see that? Imagine, you don't even need that right there. Imagine at the top of the gap right there. Okay, the top of the gap right there. That's your entry point. And now you can see how price is just moving higher. And what could it potentially be reaching for? I don't think it does it all tonight, Lenny. I don't think, because it's Sunday. Remember I said I don't trade on Sunday. I think we're moving higher, and we're going to want to come up and take out previous week's high right here. It formed on Friday. So we're reaching for that liquidity up here. You already told me that your bias is bullish. So you can hold on to your position or take your points. Remember I teach y'all in the Patreon, in the Discord. Take your points and pay yourself. Because I'm not sure if this gives it all today on Sunday. Now, you can hold it for tomorrow, but be cautious of the risk because there's no news tomorrow. So hopefully that made sense. Lenny said, I'm getting out and it's crawling. You're in decent profit. Remember, use those points. Use those point systems that I tell y'all and I teach y'all about. So if y'all want to get in and understand more of this, y'all sign up to the Patreon. Y'all click the link in the description. Y'all get in there, sign up to the Patreon. I got different tiers and I also got my pro lessons coming as well. So that's coming soon. Lenny, I'll talk to you more about it in the Discord. So y'all make sure y'all handle y'all business. 79 watching and only 6 likes. Smash that thumbs up and thank Boss God. Appreciate it. That girl, you said that's definitely fascinating, or this is definitely fascinating, but too advanced for me. Wow, lots to learn. That's why that girl, do you see right here? You see that right there? Beginner lessons. Okay, I got beginner lessons tutorial videos. Okay, so it's a learn as you go at your own pace. There's nothing to rush to get into. It's just learning as you go. And you need, I'm not gonna lie, in order to really understand technical analysis, you need a mentor. I had a mentor. You need a mentor. There's no books that's really going to kind of educate. Books are going to introduce it to you. Look at XRP right now. Back at XRP. It looks like we might bust out right quick. But you need some type of mentorship. You need somebody that's going to guide you and walk you through it. Okay, that's what I'm trying to say. So if y'all are interested, sign up to the Patreon. And if you're brand new to my channel, I'm an analyst. I'm a technical analyst. We're going to do some entertaining stuff from time to time, but I mainly analyze the markets and trade. Like I told y'all earlier, I 90% trade and 10% invest. So I'm a trader first. Thank you, Sunnyside. Appreciate it. Yes, 1K. Shout out to you. Let me see right quick what I'm up to now. 1012. I got 74 people in the building, man. Make sure y'all smash that like button. Subscribe if you haven't, if you're just chilling in the back. And again, if y'all want me to cover any market that y'all want me to analyze, y'all let me know. Did I cover Hbar? Let's come back to Hbar right quick. You can see we traded down to a discount. Okay, we traded down to that discount. I was telling people on my live stream, so a lot of y'all, if y'all brand new, I was telling people, hey, this is an opportunity to accumulate Hbar. I was in here grabbing it at 12 cents, okay? Now it's currently trading at 28 cents. And Hbar is looking like it's about to take off. How many of y'all in the chat hold Hbar? Do you hold more Hbar or XLM? I want to know that. Do you hold more Hbar or do you hold more XLM? I want to see what's the sentiment on that. Crypto good. Fun fact, it would cost $179 billion to buy all of the circulating supply right now. Damn. Lenny, you said you hold more Hbar. Lawrence, you hold more Hbar than XLM? Oh yeah, XLM was definitely slept on. Brittany, you said more XLM? TZ, shout out to you, TZ. More Hbar, but working on XLM. Boy, XLM taking off. This is the new week. The new week has began for for Hbar. Okay, new week it has began for Hbar, and it's kind of obvious where it wants to trade to. Okay, what's the bias? What's your weekly bias? Do y'all want to see price reach up for the previous week's high, or do y'all see it coming down to the previous week's low? It's kind of obvious where it wants to go. Also, what is this right here? Y'all tell me in the chat. What is this right here? Ricardo, Richard, more Hbar. So we got a lot of Hbar people in the building. So Crypto Raider, you said previous week's high. Okay, that's your draw on liquidity. Lawrence, you say high. Okay. What is this right here in the chat? What is this candle that I'm highlighting right here in the chat? Shout out to you, Lawrence. Yes, SIBI, sell side imbalance, buy side inefficiency. What I'm about to do is I'm about to reference that. I'm going to drag it out all the way to the right because price drew up into that. And it's not random. That price goes directly there. Okay, y'all see that? You see that SIBI? If you don't know, the markers are algorithmic. Okay, they're algorithmic. They repeat over and over again. And look how price trade last week. Look how price trades all the way to the midway point. Do you think that's random? How price trades to the midway point of that and then rejects it. Nah, that's not random at all. That's algorithmic, okay? Now we just opened up the new week and now we're punching through this. A lot of y'all that hold Hbar, y'all should be looking good right now in your portfolios. Y'all should be up in profit, okay? So it looks pretty good for y'all. So what I want to see it reach up and take out last week's high. I want to see this high taken out. Also, guess what? You can't ignore this neither. You can't ignore this neither. What is this right here in the chat? What is this large wick? When you see large wicks, never ignore the wicks in price. Never ignore the wicks in price. Look how price is reaching up into that. Okay. So this is a ghost pool. This is a premium ghost pool. Okay. It's at a premium because it's above current price. And we're currently trading inside of that. But what I want to see Hbar do is I want to see it trade through it. I want to see us punch through all this. And based on let's go out to the monthly time frame. Let's go out to the monthly. I want to see it punch through that. And I want to see it reach up into this ghost pool over here. You see this ghost pool? I want to see it reach up into that. Let me go out to a 3-month. If you go out to the 3-month, you can use the 3-month ghost pool as well. Okay, you can use that one as well. So I zoomed out, got a higher time frame perspective to see what's going on. And you can see us trading up into that. That girl, how do you know a BISI from a premium discount if it's not too complicated? That's why I'm trying to get you up in the Patreon, that girl. Like I explained this in the Patreon. Now I understand you brand new, so shout out to my newest subscribers. All right, let me explain this right quick. BISIs are bullish candles. Okay, when you see a BISI like this, and my candles are color, my bullish candles are green, my bearish candles are black. So when you see large expansion candles like this, whenever you see large expansion candles, a lot of times they leave gaps in price. Okay. And because the market is algorithmic, price is going to want to refer back down to the gap, just like that. This is a buy side. So whenever you think of BISI, it's called buy side imbalance, sell side inefficiency. It's just abbreviated. It's just shortened. Buy side imbalance. So the market was only offering buy side delivery, okay? It was imbalanced, only going higher. So what the algorithm needed to do was offer sell side delivery. So buy side imbalance, sell side inefficiency, because it was inefficient in selling. So what the market does is drives price back down to discount and makes it efficient. And in that process of it making it efficient, it offers a discount, which smart money, not retail, smart money. I'm a retail trader, but guess what? I think like a smart money trader. I think like smart money. I understand what they're doing. As it drops down to discount, that's when you accumulate at a discount. Again, you don't want to be buying at a premium. You want to be buying at a discount. That's the perfect opportunity. If you was early on in my live streams, let's say a few months ago, I was telling people this is your time to buy. I was giving signals online for free on live stream. I was saying, hey, this is your time to buy XLM. This is your time to buy Hbar. This is your time to buy XDC. And I was telling people, and people took advantage of that. Now you're up in profit, just like that. Now let's go back down to the weekly. I'm going to describe a SIBI. SIBI, which stands for sell side imbalance, buy side inefficiency, it is a down. You see this expansion candle downward? So the BISI was a bullish candle upwards. A SIBI is a bearish candle going down. And in the process of it selling off like that, it didn't offer any buy side delivery. So it's a sell side imbalance. It was imbalance going only lower. Buy side inefficiency. So it didn't offer any efficiency going up, offering buying. So what it did was it referred back to it, made it efficient. It doesn't have to fill it completely in, okay? It doesn't have to fill it completely in. But all it has to do is go in there and offer some type of efficiency, and then guess what? It sells off just like that. So hopefully, if you want more understanding, sign up to the Patreon. Hopefully I wasn't too long-winded, okay? That's why I got the Patreon for that. That's why I got the videos for that. So I don't have to be long-winded, okay? Because it is technical. That's why it's called technical analysis, okay? You get it? This shit comes easy to some. Some people is very difficult, but once you start learning it, again, that girl, everybody that's in here saying it, they didn't know this shit at first, but now they can spot it out instantly. It's easy for them to see it because it's clear as day. They can't hide it from you. They cannot hide this stuff from you. They cannot hide it from you. It's right there in plain sight. And you really ain't supposed to be knowing this, okay? I know when I signed up to learn this, I had to sign an NDA, okay? So I'm just saying. I had to sign an NDA when I signed up to learn this. So this ain't supposed to be public information, but here we are. But that's Hbar looking bullish. Let's look at XLM right quick. Somebody said XLM ripping. XLM is ripping. It's at 48 cents. It ain't really doing too much right now. Let's go down to the hourly. Okay, expansion candles. Y'all in the chat. Here goes another example. Michaela, shout out to you, Michaela. Praise the Lord. I see the breakout coming. Hell yeah. What's up, Gabrielle? Shout out to you. Y'all in the chat. Why did XLM kind of pause right quick? What is this right here? We're gonna make you a learner today. That girl, what is this right here? I just explained it to you. What is that right there? Shout out to you, Daryl. Shout out to y'all. Let me highlight it. I'm gonna drag it all the way to the right. So again, you can't make this shit up, man. You cannot make this shit up, okay? So do y'all think, I'm just gonna ask y'all right quick. Do you think, this is XLM, okay? What did I just show y'all in Hbar? This is XLM, trades up into the SIBI. Now let me bring up Hbar. Same time frame. Okay? KJB. I'm just saying, some people just watch me just to be watching. But if you really listen to what I'm saying, this shit ain't, when I say it ain't random, and y'all want them t-shirts, I'm gonna get them t-shirts eventually. I don't know when, but they gonna come. When I say this shit, it ain't random, this shit ain't random, this is what I mean. This is a whole different market, a whole different asset. You can clearly see same function in price. Shout out to you, KJB. Price is algorithmic. Ain't too many people out there gonna tell y'all that, okay? KJB is not random. I just made profit on all 3 trades. Shout out to you, KJB. But look how it trades up into this SIBI. This is Hbar. And then look at XLM. Now, they're not step by step the same, but they're doing similar shit. Now, let's see if we can see the same thing in another market. Let me come back to XRP. Let me go to XRP. Because if I see it in XRP, that's going to really, what time frame was I on? No, XRP broke all-time high. So, no, XRP ain't doing the same thing. XRP doing his own thing. Let me see if I can find another market. Let's look at XDC. Let's go down to the weekly time frame. Let's go down to the daily time frame. Okay. So price is seeking liquidity. There's no fair. Oh, XDC looking good. Y'all see XDC? XDC currently trading at 10 cents, man. It's doing this damn thing. You know what I'm saying? It's a lagger behind XRP and other assets, but it's definitely doing this thing. But look at this swing high right here. Let's look at this swing high right here. Drag it out all the way to the right. How many of y'all hold XDC in the chat? Zenfin, XDC, Trade Finance. How many of y'all hold XDC in the chat? What it's reaching for it's reaching for buy side liquidity, okay? Matter of fact, wait a minute. I might got something for y'all. Nah, I don't have it yet. But I'm gonna highlight something for y'all. This was all the way back in January 2025, okay? The top of the year. What kind of candle is this? What am I showing y'all? Shout out to y'all, man. Everybody that hold XDC, y'all winning, man. Hopefully y'all got about 100,000 of them. 100, 200,000 XDC. They don't know. XDC is still one of the ones they don't know. They don't know about it. But here I am on the channel talking about it. But y'all in the chat, what is this right here? Yazer, what do you think about ICP? If y'all just join it, if y'all want me to cover any market, y'all send a super chat. It can be $1, it could be whatever. So if y'all want me to cover a market, y'all send a super chat for me. Lawrence, there you go. That's what I was looking for. Bissy. It's a buy side imbalance, sell side inefficiency. So this formed in January. So let me highlight that for you. And what I'm about to do is I'm about to drag it all the way out to the right. Drag it all the way out to the right. I'm gonna just show you how coded price is. Show you how coded price is. One second. Raising the bar. I like that name, Raising the Bar. Shout out to you. Like I said, if y'all just joining, if you want me to look at a market, you want me to give it a breakdown and an analysis, y'all can send a super chat, okay? If I'm not already covering it, if I already covered it, then you don't have to worry about it. But if you want me to give you a good analysis, send a super chat. So do you think that's random right there? Y'all see that? That was all the way back from January 2025, this year, top of the year. So last week we traded through it, okay? Y'all see us trade through it, and then we closed. And then guess what? Look at this candle right here. You see how we open? Is it random? Y'all tell me in the chat. How can I find something way back in January and use it as a reference? See how we open and then we trade back down into it, completely fill it and move away just like that. Y'all think that's random? Do y'all think that's random? Yazer, you said all my money in altcoins. Hey, I think I'm more valuable than an altcoin. That's just me personally. If you just join it, the reason I'm not looking at every market because I got a lot of requests. I can't look at every market at once. A lot of people are mainly following for these major assets because people got a lot of money tied up in these assets. So if you really want me to look at another market, send a super chat. I haven't looked at Stronghold. I know about Stronghold. I haven't looked at it. But yeah, do you think that's random? Do y'all find that random? Okay. And what it's reaching for is reaching for the liquidity right here, way back in February 2025. This is XDC. It's reaching for buy side liquidity right up there. Okay. So that's XDC looking very strong. Shout out to y'all that hold XDC and it's holding it down at XDC. Go back out to the higher time frame, weekly. And we just began the week of trading. XDC is looking very bullish. The next, if it just decides to break out and continue, I want to see it come up to 15 cents. The high from January. It ran up to 15 cents back in January. So I definitely want to see that. And if we blow up to 15 cents, it's definitely going to blow through the all-time high. Oh, I definitely know about Stronghold, SHX, KJB. I'm definitely familiar with them. They are building the code that will bridge the real world to the blockchain. I'm familiar with it. All right, that's XDC. Let me see what else. What's up for you to know? Shout out to you. Just chilling. Yazer. What does it? Yes, I know about ICP. If you're just joining, Yazer, clearly you're new to the channel. At the beginning of the live stream, I didn't go over ICP, but I definitely was looking at the price of ICP at the beginning of the live stream. So yes, internet computer. Yes, I do know about Stronghold. I do know about ICP. So if you're brand new to the channel, get yourself comfortable, okay? Get comfortable, get adjusted to what you're witnessing, get adjusted to my channel, okay? I'm glad you over here, introduce yourself, but definitely, make yourself comfortable And, you know, you kind of got to like get along with the program, you know what I'm saying? What the program is going on. I appreciate you joining though. Definitely appreciate y'all joining. Pitatola, what's the price prediction for XRP and XLM? That's a good question. There's no timeline because, again, if you're new to my channel, if somebody ever asks you, how high do you see XRP going? Do you, you know, I don't give y'all wild numbers. Y'all already know that. I give y'all realistic analysis. We don't do that crazy shit like $500 by the end of July. Trust me, I done heard people say that crazy shit. No, that ain't how price works. But what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna show you projections. So this is XRP. I'm gonna do one for XLM as well. I'm gonna pull up my projection tool. So pretty much what I do is I take a Fibonacci. If I got it highlighted, did I save it? No, I always do this where I do it and then I don't save it. So what I'm gonna do is, this is a weekly time frame. I'm gonna take a Fibonacci right here, Fibonacci tool. I'm gonna place it at this swing low right here. Okay, when price sold off to this discount, that's when smart money was in there accumulating. It created a swing low. Okay, it's also called internal range liquidity. So if y'all in the my lessons, I go over that as well. Internal range liquidity and external range liquidity. So whenever price retraces inside of the range, it creates internal range liquidity. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna take a Fibonacci when it retraces down internally, and I'm gonna draw it up to this swing high right here. Okay. Jara boy, do expect a false before the whole system switch over. Do I expect a false? I'm not sure what you're saying. So what I'm about to do is do a projection. Pitta, thank you, brother, for the education you demand. Shout out to you, Pitta. I appreciate it. And if y'all brand new, this is an educational channel. We do a little entertainment here and there, but primarily education. Okay, I like to focus on the education of this, learning this skill set right here. So I'm about to show y'all some projections higher. So this is my settings on my Fibonacci. If y'all want to screenshot it, go right ahead. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna select some projection levels. I'm gonna select the -1, the -2, the -3, the -4, the -5, -6, -7, -8. And these are just some higher time frame projections. Okay, so as I zoom out, if you just zoom out on the weekly, you can see as price is not currently in price discovery for XRP because we broke the all-time high right here. We broke the all-time high. There's no data to the left of the chart. Okay, there's nothing to the left. So there's nothing that we can refer to. Okay, so now we're just breaking out in price discovery. So as we break out in price discovery, okay, raising the bar, I definitely got you. Can you please look at WKC, WikiCat? I got you. We gonna look at it. Now, don't be, I never heard of that before in my life, okay? So I'm gonna make it a little entertaining you know what I'm saying? I gotta make it entertaining, but I'm definitely gonna give you a real analysis, but I'm gonna make it entertaining, okay? Because I never heard of that shit in my life. And guess what? I'm gonna look at it. So give me 1 second. I got you. Okay, let me finish this right here. I'm giving projections for XRP, and then I'm gonna look at that, and then I'm gonna come back and look at XLM. But this is XRP. There's no data to the left of the chart. We're currently in price discovery. And the next projection level I want to see is really, let me do this, the 0.5 level. My next level that I want to see is the 0.5 level. All right. The 0.5 level is 428. So if y'all don't know, I announced this last week. My next target for XRP is $4.28. Okay. That's in the short term. Okay. But let's just say hypothetically over time, because all price does is consolidation, retracement, consolidation, expansion, retracement, reversal. That's all price does. Okay. Consolidation, expansion, retracement, reversal. So it's not going to just go up there in one slingshot. It can though. It can, because I done seen it in Bitcoin. It can just go up straight shot like nothing. But do y'all expect that? It's possible. Hell yeah, it's possible. But I'm going to lower my expectations and just say it trends higher over time. And if we just zoom out over time, let's go all the way up to the -8 level. The -8 level would be a $17.66 XRP, okay? Let's just say we cut through all of this and we just project higher. Now, the time frame that it happens in, I can't tell you how long it takes because we're in price discovery. And if you're brand new to my channel, I tell y'all, institutions drive price. Only they know when they want to send price to a certain price level, okay? So your job as a retail investor, retail trader, whatever, your job is to ride the coattails of the institutions. Let them do the heavy lifting and you pretty much ride along for the ride because they have the money to make you money, okay? So that's how I analyze the market. That's how I perceive the market. So if we just break out to the -8 level, that's 17.66 cents. How long does that take? Because this is a weekly time frame. It could take a while. All right. So let's go look at this coin. Say it looks like it came back. Let me read the comments. Then I'm gonna go look at this wiki cat. Peter, thanks, bro. XRP at 220 range. Finna buy more. And also invested in XLM. Looks like it's finna come back. Ride the wave. Yes. Crypto Raider. Definitely take that information with you. Y'all up in the chat laughing at wiki cat. All right, let's go look at it. Let's go look at it. Here we go. This is for you, raising the bar. Raising the bar. All right. Let's come over here. I never heard of this before. It's a cryptocurrency. WKC. All right, here we go, y'all. Wiki Cat, okay? How many of y'all in the chat own Wiki Cat? Have you ever heard of it? So, now it's not even a penny, okay? But it's pretty much a wild card trade, okay? It's not even a penny. But if you're just looking at pure price action, it's currently expanding higher, okay? It's already moving higher. So somebody in this. So let me ask the question. Raising the bar. When did you get into this? Okay. I need to know, when did you purchase Wiki Cat? What month? What year? Because this hit the market back in 2023. Shout out to UTZ. Appreciate it. This just hit the market in 2023. Okay. So when did you get into it, Wiki Cat? I'm raising the bar. When did you get into it? Lenny, you said you almost can buy this with air. You damn right. Raising the bar. So you got into it this month. So this is the monthly time frame, okay? This is the monthly time frame. Each month has 30 to 31 days in it. So you're pretty much telling me you're kind of chasing it. I'm going to be true and honest with you. You're kind of chasing it. When you should have been buying this was pretty much underneath this low. Y'all in the chat. Y'all in the chat, what is this right here? In the chat, what is this right here? What am I highlighting right here? Which it didn't even go down there. It did not go down there, so I can't even reference that. Let me find something else. Y'all in the chat. All right, this is another one for y'all that don't know. What is this right here? And then you got to add it with this. What is this area that I'm highlighting right here? What is that right there in the chat? For the ones that know, that been here like day one. What is that right there? Say you just found out about it. Shout out to you, Gabrielle, always on point. Shout out to you, Daryl, always on point. It's called a volume imbalance. What makes this a volume imbalance? Because the bodies, you see how it's a gap in price and the bodies don't overlap. So for example, you see how the bodies of this candle right here, they kind of overlap, they touch, okay? These candles right here, they touch the bodies. But whenever we see a price just gap open like that and you just see wicks and no bodies overlapping, that's called a volume imbalance. So I'm gonna highlight that. Plus the BISI, okay? There's a BISI right above it. So you gotta add both of them. So you see how price reacts, it trades down to discount. So raising the bar, you actually should have got in this at a discount, because if you don't know, we wanna be, it's almost common sense. You wanna be a buyer of something at a discount. You don't wanna buy something at a premium, okay? You wanna buy things at a discount. Don't buy shit at a premium. But you actually jumped in at a premium. So price traded down to a discount. You see that? It traded down to a discount. And this is when you should have been accumulating back in October of 2024, which is Q4. October, November, December, January, February. You should have been accumulating these months. And now price pretty much broke out from February to now. So we're in a premium, okay? You're in a premium. So you just jumped in this month at a premium. So you got to be cautious now, because are you sure it's going to continue to go higher? Because check it out, y'all in the chat. What is this right here in the chat? What is this right here? What is this large wick that I'm highlighting? And we're going to use that as a reference. We're going to use this as a reference. What is this called? Y'all in the chat. Bingo. Read the chat, y'all. If y'all want to learn the skill set, sign up to the Patreon, because people in the chat on point with this. Okay? Look how price trades up into the ghost pool. Okay? You might want to be cautious. Okay? You might want to be real cautious. Look at the midway point. You see that right there? Do y'all think that shit random? This shit work in every market. I don't care what market y'all look at. All these markets are algorithmic. They keep doing the same thing. So do you think that's random right here? Look at the midway point of the ghost pool, how we trade up into it, and now we rejected it. And guess what? We can use this as a selling opportunity. Well, I'm most definitely. Okay, watch this. People bought down here. See the people that bought down here at discount? Smart money purchase at discount. Okay, right there. Boom, fair value gap. They hold their position. And guess what? This is something called WikiCat. This ain't got no real use case. This is like a throwaway. You know what I'm saying? This is like a throwaway. We gonna get in it, get out of it. We don't give a damn about it. You should know that. Y'all should know that. So they buy at a discount, and guess what? They're exiting at a premium, okay? They exit at a premium. Boom, just like that. Get out. Just like you see, enter, exit. So at this point, you're just getting in this month. You're running a dangerous game. So hopefully I'm cooking. You know what I'm saying? Does that make sense? Raising the bar. Did that make sense? Now, I can't tell you what to do. Do you believe this is going to continue higher? I'm just saying. Do you believe this is going to break out and continue higher? That's your own judgment. I can't tell you what you believe in. I'm gonna leave that to you to believe in. Appreciate it. Okay. So that's why I say send a super chat. I'm not going to shortchange y'all. I'm going to give it to y'all real and uncut, unfiltered. I'm going to give you the real reason. You say you're going to just keep watching. Okay. Appreciate it. Be cautious. No doubt. So I didn't shit on it. Hey, if it would have been something like this, check it out. If it would have been something like this, let's go to Trump coin. If it would have been something like this, let me find it right quick. 1 second. If it would have been something like Trump coin, if it was looking like this, I would have clowned you. I ain't gonna lie. I would have talked shit about you. I would have clowned you. If it would have looked something like this, I would have talked shit about you. I would have roasted you. Okay, this is Trump coin. This is Trump coin. For you to know, if y'all want me to look at any random market, send a super chat. Again, it could be $1. I don't care. Send a super chat and I will review whatever market you want me to review. Right now, we're focusing on the majors. Okay, that's what I'm gonna start calling the majors. Okay, the major digital assets. And if y'all want me to review something, I will review for it if you send a super chat. Oh well, you said people may bank in the Wiki coin if they collected tokens at a discount for sure. But guess what? I ain't know shit about that. So if you was to come to me and tell me, hey, get that Wiki coin, I probably would have been too late to it. You know what I'm saying? I wouldn't have jumped the gun. You had to been on early. So you would have had to been on it since last year in December. But why would we jump in that when look what XRP did in December? You know what I'm saying? I don't fuck around over here. I'm serious about my investing and my trading. I'm not just doing anything random out here. Appreciate everybody just joining, man. Sign up to the Patreon if y'all want to get more access. Y'all see what I'm demonstrating. Y'all want more insight. Y'all sign up to the Patreon. Also, if you're brand new, subscribe to the channel. Crypto Raider, you said XLM. Let's go look at XLM. Like I said, we're focusing on the majors. Oh, do you think that's random? Look at XLM. Is it random how we trade up into that and it rejected? Okay. Trying to tell y'all, man, it's not random. That doesn't mean we're not still bullish though. It just used that as a take profit area for people that was holding on short buying opportunities. All right. Let's take a peek at XRP. Oh, let's do this. Let's do some projections for XLM. Let's go out to the weekly time frame. And similar what I just showed y'all with XRP, we're going to do some projections higher. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take a Fibonacci I'm gonna drop it at this low right here. Remember, internal range liquidity. Internal range liquidity is when price trades back inside the trading range, just like that. And I'm gonna highlight the low and I'm gonna drag it up to the high. And now we're gonna do some projection forecasting higher. Now, we haven't broken this high right here, but we can still forecast higher. And as we forecast higher, we got the 0.5 level, which we got liquidity. We got the all-time high back here. And let's just say we just punched through the all-time high, okay? If we punch through the all-time high for XLM, and hopefully we get that soon, I'm gonna be looking at $1.07, okay? Ah, shit, 1 second, let me readjust it. Right there. So I'm gonna be looking at $1.07 if once we break through the all-time high, and let's say we go into price discovery, I'm gonna be looking at $1.51, $1.95, $2.38, $2.82, and this is like really high time frame. Like this is like long. I don't know how long it takes for this to happen, but if we just project higher to like a -8 level on the Fibonacci, we can see a 414 XLM. So hopefully we get that real soon. The all-time high for XLM is, let me see, all-time high is 93 cents. So right under $1, right under $1. Yep. Let me remove this. Let's go back down intraday for XRP, going down to a 15-minute time frame. So XRP during Asia is using that 4-hour fair value gap. Let's go out to the 4-hour. You see how we're working that 4-hour fair value gap just like that? And we're using it as support now during Asia session. And this is looking very strong. Said, did I do ALGO? No, I haven't done ALGO. I have not done ALGO. I might take a look at it here in a minute. I might do ALGO in a minute. But XRP looking very bullish. I am very bullish on the week for the XRP. I'm very bullish on the week for XLM. I'm very bullish on the week for these other assets. Anything else y'all want me to review before I get up out of here, man? Before I get up out of here. I think, how long have I been streaming? 2 hours. Anything else y'all want me to review? Send a super chat if y'all want me to review it. It could be $1. It doesn't matter. And I appreciate everybody subscribing to my channel. Definitely appreciate it. I'm very grateful. Up to 1,025 subscribers. So we here. DIS is screaming. Hey, what is DIS? Oh, discount or this? I don't know what you're talking about. That girl, you said others are saying that when XRP breaks out, which we already broke out, okay? We have broken out. I get what you're saying, that girl. Other altcoins will go parabolic. We're already seeing that. Appreciate it, big beat down. 1,000 subscribers, man. Appreciate everybody just signing up, subscribing. Smash that like button. If y'all haven't subscribed yet, subscribe to the channel. Get into Patreon if y'all want further access. Any questions? Any questions that before I leave, man? Any questions? So what can we look forward to for the upcoming weeks? I like to lead that to y'all. Like, as far as announcements, we already got the legislation passed. What's some things we can be looking forward to? Like I said, I don't know everything. I can't keep up with everything. So what do y'all see in the future or upcoming? What do y'all see upcoming? Rate cuts, interest rate cuts. Okay, let me check that out. Let me see when the next rate cut is. Let's come to the economic calendar. It's the last week. Boom. Okay. Next week, not this week, but the week of the 27th through the 31st. We got rate cuts on Wednesday, July 30th, right there at the end of the month. This is going to be a high impact week right here, y'all. So y'all in the Discord, y'all in the Patreon. We're going to be cautious this week right here. It's the end of the month as well. So the July 30th, we got rate cuts or announcements. What y'all think? Y'all think they're going to cut them or they're going to pause them again? What y'all think? That also has impact on the dollar as well. Okay, everybody saying pause again. So that's really gonna piss them off with Jerome Powell, ain't it? They gonna really be pissed at Jerome Powell then, huh? They gonna get their pitchforks and etc. August 1st, payments might be coming to Americans, per the president. That girl, what do you, payments might be coming to Americans per the president? What did the president say about payments? Carrie, pause. Okay, y'all saying they gonna pause it? Crypto Raider, I hope cut, but I think the pause. If they pause again, they're gonna be in, they're gonna have their pitchforks out ready for Jerome Powell. They're gonna be ready to kind of lynch him. They're gonna really get him out of there. So you saw him say that in the video? I'm gonna have to look for that. All right, man. Like I said, y'all make sure y'all subscribe to the Patreon. Y'all get in there, watch, be on the lookout for my pro lessons. I'm about to get up out of here. I gotta get ready for the week. Okay, especially for y'all in the Patreon. I gotta get ready for that. Mentally prepared, because it's we be locked in, you know what I'm saying? Definitely be locked in. So if y'all want to sign up to the Patreon, the link is in the description below. I appreciate everybody joining. Shout out to all my subscribers. I'm bullish on the week for XRP, so I'm expecting higher prices. So I'm expecting price to continue to go higher for this upcoming week and to close the month. So price ain't done, okay? Remember I said that. Price ain't done doing what it do. It's going to continue to move higher. It's going to continue to start going higher. Appreciate it, that girl. Appreciate you. TZ said, pause before the tariffs and inflations. Beat down. Say it's a bull flag suggests 480% rally to $17 is possible. That's going to be a blessing, man. I'm already over here trying to maintain my emotions over here. You know what I'm saying? But shout out to y'all, man. I appreciate y'all joining. I'll check y'all in the Patreon. If y'all need to message me, I'm gonna be in there. All right. All right, y'all stay easy. Appreciate y'all joining, man.